So hello and welcome to episode number 64 of the Arcade Hangout. I am Orange Whip, one of your hosts for tonight's show, along with all these other crazy people that are here. And we're just a bunch of arcade collectors who like to meet once a week and chat about arcade games. And to start off, my apologies about last week's show. Beyond our control, Google apparently has been down, so we could not do a live broadcast. Although we still kind of did a private show that many are saying that it was the best show ever, and it was not recorded. So
the most unfiltered show ever.
many. What are those things called, Mock?
Un-PC show.
No, never two hungovers.
Yes.
Yeah,
the Mock Elixir, the Magic Man Elixir.
Yeah.
Many were consumed last week.
The unofficial sponsor of Arcade Hangout.
Yes, and one day we'll make it an official sponsor.
That's right. I need to contact them.
You know, I keep actually getting requests from them to fill out reviews on Amazon.
Oh, wow.
I've gotten I don't know, they keep sending requests. Hey, we hear you really like our... Maybe because I bought so goddamn many of them.
Probably.
The Black Friday sale.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
I just like how much cheaper they are than going to GNC. I mean, they're like, $35 almost or something, or get them on Amazon for like $22-23.
Yeah. Well, that buy one, get one free. I mean, so get them for like $10-12 each. That is a sweet deal. And carry.
Well,
but really, guys, they're priceless, are they not?
I got to keep you guys.
They're priceless.
They are priceless.
That's right. That's just...
Can you put a price to those things?
Oh man.
All right, so we're going to go around the room, get them to answer this week's question, although this is supposed to be last week's question. And it is basically, what is the furthest you've ever gone to pick up a game? So how far have you driven to pick up a game? And how far would you drive to pick up a game? Could be a second B question to that. So how far have you driven? How far would you drive to pick up, I guess, a grail or a game that you maybe want to get? And then let's fire through this, and then we'll get some loosey-goosey chat happening. And loosey-goosey chat. We know that Joel is ready to let go tonight again.
So somebody pull his finger and let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Make me an offer.
So let's go to the man who's repairing a Geo 7 chassis, as some Southerners like to say.
Chassis. I wonder you could be referring to on that. Seabart 1987 on Clitter.
Clitter? Did you say Clitter?
Fuck is Clitter?
Woo!
I'm patenting that.
I approve.
Clitter is the new social media.
Quick, get the domain name, quick.
Actually, totally.
Clitter.com.
It's gone already.
Double click, triple click.
I am going to see if it's available right now.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's available for purchase.
Oh,
woo!
You do the web design. I'll take care of the media aspect.
No. We've got our new domain name for this show.
Oh, I like it.
Although they do say
we're off the record now.
It's Seedlitter, not Clitter, for some reason.
On the Clitter app.
Oh.
Like catlitter.com?
If you see someone you like on the Clitter app, if you like them, you have to swipe left, right, really quickly to show them you like them.
Yeah, they put Seedlitter instead of Clitter. What's going on with this?
Yeah, cat litter.
They're trying to be all clean with this stuff.
Cat litter.
That'd be Twitter Clove on YouTube and Facebook.
Dude, no, we're going to ask the mods on Clove to change your name to Clitter.
Yeah.
And Facebook.
I second that motion.
And furthest I've driven to pick up a game was Starship 1. I had to go about 3.5 hours. So that was a pretty decent drive. And
one way?
Oh, one way. So, well, went down, went to
I was going to say, do you care to divulge the location?
Oh, yes. It was 6 hours round trip.
From Ottawa to...
Oh, Oshawa, Ontario. which is just above, almost directly above Buffalo, I believe. But you'd have to swim and then go across Niagara Falls or something like that.
Nice. And how far would you drive to go pick something up?
Oh yeah, there's a two-parter on that.
Yeah, it's hard beat.
I've done a 9-hour drive before in the back of a pickup truck, so pretty sure you can go about 9 hours one way, hotel, and then 9 hours back. So I could definitely do that. That wouldn't be a problem for me, but the problem would be finding someone to drive me that far, because I wouldn't be able to use highways for another 2 years, I think, at this rate.
Oh gosh.
Find someone's pickup truck that'll let you ride in the back.
A Subaru Brat, so you can sit in the back.
Nice. Yeah, with the handles.
Yeah.
Nice, and I'm going to pass it to Cousin Brian.
But
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Jimbo, you're slacking.
Wow.
There's
Yeah.
light.
I'm naked.
Perfect.
No, not really.
Turn your camera on.
He's only got one hand for you right now.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of echo, so can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a weird jangling sound, but
And that's,
Yeah,
that's Chris.
Oh.
Actually, no, it's Joel.
oh,
It's because I'm on my phone. I can't do anything.
You just got muted. How about that?
Oh my god, that sounds so much better.
It's so much better. Yeah, it's like quiet in here now.
Nah, we love you too.
Hey, no playing sound effects if you're on camera.
That's right. Muting.
Sorry, Joel. That was pretty awful.
Yeah.
At least we can hear Cousin Brian now.
Brian, yeah, let's.
I drove 6.5 hours to grab that pole position cockpit. It was just outside of Columbus, Ohio, from Buffalo to Columbus. Hours back, and I just didn't even come home. I stopped right at his house, and we plugged in right in the trailer and played it. So it was like 13 hours.
Nice.
Nice.
Actually, I think you did that on air that night, didn't you?
Yeah, Dave posted it. Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of games in the Columbus, Ohio area. I see them posted all the time on Facebook and stuff too. People selling games in Ohio for some reason.
Here in Buffalo, Western New York, there's nothing.
Not according to your cousin, who posts pictures of stuff for sale all the time,
Mm-hmm. And then doesn't get them.
and then doesn't get them,
Right.
Well,
and then
that's
calls
broken.
other shows for tech help.
Asshole.
So, Brian, how much room do you have for games at your house?
Jack.
Wait, Brian, we're not done with you.
Yeah.
Brian, how much room do you have for games? How many games could you put in your house today?
I have 8.
You have 8. How much room do you have for more? What's your capacity?
Really?
Yeah.
I kid you not, 20 more. At least 20.
Nice.
Shit.
Oh,
Attaboy.
man.
And are you actively looking?
You should be buying these games that your fucking cousin is posting
Right?
about all the goddamn time.
No, because everything he posts is always broken.
Wow.
Oh, well.
Fix it.
Yeah.
That's how you get the good deals, though.
You and Gak are in the same boat.
And both of you guys, both you and your cousin need to find a third party that can go pick shit up when you guys are both working.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave said easy, guys.
He's listening at work, sweet.
Nice.
It's a fine way of taxpayer money.
Yeah.
We're probably paying for that Wi-Fi too.
Yeah, right.
So I think he passed it on to you, Gak.
Okay.
And your mic is sounding better too.
Yeah, I have to plug it in, but this wire is kind of already getting worn out, so it drops. Unintentionally, I drove to Idaho. That was about a 9 or 10 hour drive. I had no plans on bringing home the Cheyenne I got from Torrin, but I guess I can't really count that because
you went there to Grinkers. Come on.
right. So the second furthest is probably it's a toss up between either the first games I got, which was about 3-hour drive each way, and then to the Spy Hunter cockpit when I got that was around 3 hours also. About 3 hours each way. The furthest I've driven. And how far would I drive for the right one?
How far would you go?
Yeah, like, I'm confused by this. What is the right game?
Right.
Well, it's
What are
whatever.
your
What you would
Grail
drive
type games,
what would you drive the furthest for? Essentially.
Yeah.
So I'd if I could time it right with the weekend, I'd probably go LA or San Diego, probably 7-8 hours each way. Probably be the furthest I would go.
It's a good haul.
So.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
It's a good haul.
Would you do an overnighter in between there? Stop down and see the guys down there?
Yeah, that's what I would definitely try to plan it around a weekend to stay on overnight on a Saturday night or something.
Well, you're welcome here anytime.
Yeah, all right. I may take you up on that sometime.
Oh, some good cooking happening there.
Oh yeah. Prepare to leave full.
Right. Nice.
Bring your own Devo hat.
Yeah.
No, I got 2 others.
And your own
BYODH.
No, I've got 3 Devo hats, so you can bring a friend.
Nice.
I'm very fortunate where in the area I live in, though. There's so many games that seems to pop up. Every few weeks there's a game I could grab here. So it's just, is it the right game you really want?
Yeah.
So you grab the deals and you get them and trade bait later, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I notice Kalen's being a little more selective on what he's getting. He used to just get anything and everything, but now I think he's picking and choosing a little more. It looks
Probably
like.
running out of space.
Yeah, maybe.
I would think so too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, even with a warehouse with 100 games, with most of them working, you still got to draw the line somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
He picked up a sweet pin. A
couple pins, right?
A couple.
Yeah, he got that creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh my God, that's a sweet.
And I'm pretty
pin.
sure I know where he got that, and that was where I got my Spy Hunter.
Oh really?
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
what was the other pin he got? I don't remember what the other one was.
yeah, I can't remember either.
So
I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Carrie.
Ooh. Although, I feel like this answer is complicated because
Jim's still naked.
I know, seriously, get the fuck on camera. Shy son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm eating, actually, naked.
It's gross to watch.
Yeah.
I got mustard on my nipples.
God.
Sexy.
Too much?
Candle wax on the nipples.
Chains, whips, chips, dips. Or
Chips, dips, chains, whips. Typical teenage orgy type stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not talking candle wax on the nipples.
Just a couple of teenagers.
Kalen's other machine, by the way, was a No Fear.
Oh, yeah. That's a fun pin, too.
That's...
Yeah.
This is pickup right
Yeah,
there.
I see those all the time, but I've actually never played one. It's a good one.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I think the music gets a little annoying, but the game is pretty fun. Yeah, it's a real repetitive sound loop for the music, I think. But it's a fun pin. Creature is an awesome pin. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Creature is awesome.
So cute. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah. Kind of pricey though.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I think they're on the five for 6,000. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's double what I was thinking.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's around.
That's a little more than I was thinking, but yeah, you're not going to get much for.
You can't even get a
DMD
decent
for
pin for
2,500
$2,000 now.
Yeah,
Well, DMD for 2,500.
Yeah, DMDs start at 2,500, except for Street Fighter, which you can still get for like 1,000.
Wow.
Because it's such a great game.
It's a terrible game. It's, it does such a great job. Seriously, that is the worst game. Fucking DMD game.
Yeah.
And it's such. I mean, like it should be good, right? I mean, that's a great.
Well, did Capcom make
game.
it, or did someone else make it? Who made that game?
I mean, Capcom's name's all over it, but I don't know.
Yeah, but did Capcom make? Because Capcom made one of the best pinball games ever, Big Bang Bar.
Yeah.
but that Capcom really did make that, though. I think, but I don't think they made Street Fighter. I wonder if it was.
It has so many fucking
something.
problems.
Yeah. And the artwork's so ugly on it too.
The worst artwork. And they had the biggest pool of awesome, like creative, like artwork they could have drawn from.
Oh yeah,
they didn't.
No. They went down to community college and went, okay, we need some artists to paint us up a deformed Chun-Li. Where the proportions are all fucked up. Can you do that for us? We got $50.
We need thunder thighs. Go.
Hey, Orange, post the back glass. Just the back glass.
That's what I'm talking about. It's just
look that shit up and post that shit so see what we're talking about. This is the ugliest artwork on any pinball.
It's pretty bad.
Pretty much.
Speaking of,
it was funny because
people like what is it about Japan? They always make everyone's feet like bigger than their heads.
No, just look at Chun-Li. She looks like distorted, weird, like no neck on her and shit.
Like, let's farm this out to someone who's never seen a Street Fighter 2 game or artwork in their life.
Make that any bigger?
Ken's arm is bigger than like his whole neck up.
That's look at that.
Look at Chun-Li. She looks all twisted, weird, no neck on her.
look at Ken. Ken looks like more like Blanca. It looks like Blanca versus Blanca.
I know.
I can do better than that in paintbrush.
I think they originally made Chun-Li's face a guy, and then they're like, "Oh shit, this is supposed to be a girl."
Her boobs are kind of like banana-y looking.
Yeah, weird.
They're
boobs, but they're all like weird shaped. Her nipples do not point in the same direction.
Yeah, it's so weird.
And they didn't even bother to like think about like how like a cloth drapes across the boobs.
Right.
Like, it's just like one straight line there across like the gold.
It's a whole bunch of straight lines in the same direction all the way down.
It's so lazy.
It's
just very amateur. It screams amateur, that's for sure.
Oh, and there's M. Bison sneaking like below the G and the H in the background.
So it's a Gottlieb, not a Capcom. So Gottlieb made this.
Right.
Gottlieb pins, I don't think are. I personally don't like them.
They originally were putting 4 Cuberts on there, and they're like, "Oh, we got to make people."
Yeah. So what's is the playfield even decent on that game?
No, not really.
Is that one?
It doesn't even play well
or something.
No, it's got a Matchbox car in it.
It does. It's got like the little spinning. Who's it?
Ken?
Is it Ken in the top? Yeah.
Yeah, he spins, does a hurricane kick.
Yeah. No, it's not good.
See, why is there a car down there? It's like, what does that have to do with Street Fighter?
Well, that's the bonus round. So you wait. Who's echoing?
Who's echoing?
That's Joel again.
Joel, fucking mute.
I just muted him.
I blame the wacky.
I said it.
So you shoot the ball. You shoot the ball against the car, like the bonus round.
to bash the car.
Up in the playfield or what?
No, it's a lower playfield.
It's a lower playfield, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you bash the ball against the car, and then you hit the car, and then you get points. But it's a cute idea, but not enough to save the rest of it, which is just a shitty layout. And there's definitely, like, if your machine's not dialed in just right. Crafty and I were playing this thing at Pinball Showdown last year, and like if you didn't hit the upper left flipper, which if you see it does have 3 flippers, I think. If you weren't protecting, like holding the left flipper, every time you launched the ball, it would drain right away.
Oh, no way.
And there's no save.
That's terrible.
So it was like it was fucked. It was terrible.
One of the last auctions we had here like 10 years ago, they had 2 of these for sale, and they both went for stupid money.
Yeah. Really? They go really cheap.
They were like $4,000 like 10 years ago.
Oh, no.
Just because of the Street Fighter craze.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Those people are all very sad right now.
Yeah, those go
Yeah.
for just a little over $1,000, like
Yeah.
like $1,100 maybe.
I would
Craigslist.
not spend more than $1,000 on one of those pins.
I
It's
wouldn't
probably
spend
300,
anything on
400
it.
years
You'd be
ago.
stuck
I had
with
a
it.
friend who bought one for like
Yeah.
700.
Hey, it looks like the same artist made the visual pin background artwork too. Look at this shit.
You can't see it. All we see is
posters
your
in the
avatar.
background.
You can't see that?
I see
I
it.
can see it.
Oh, weird.
It's just it's the same pinball table. It's just
Yeah, but look at all the background art.
Oh, that's something you
A
can.
brick
That's
wall.
optional. Whoever created the table can put whatever
Yeah.
they want on the walls.
No, I know. But whoever did that obviously had similar art style.
Yeah.
Shitty.
What kind of art style is that? Oh, that's shitty.
Shitty. That's the shitty era of art style.
Yeah.
Shitty period. You
That's
guys
our
see me
that's
right
our
now?
Andy Warhol.
Yeah. Do you have Wi-Fi now
Yeah.
or what?
Yeah. Yeah, I went and reset the router again and it allowed me to connect. So
Don't you hate
Fine.
that? Ugh. I hate
try
router
turning it
phones.
on and off again.
Yeah, how many
Turn
times?
it on
You turn
again.
it on and turn it off 3 times.
Yeah, you gotta reboot it 3 times.
That's right. You're in IT, you know better.
Oh yeah.
So, Carrie,
Okay,
how-
so all right, so
Yeah.
back up. All right.
Where were we?
All right, so yeah, he's like, where were we?
Sidetrack.
Who are we?
Yeah.
Exactly. So although this one's complicated because I've driven so much for so many purposes, but I would say the farthest I've driven farther for other people's games than my own, but I have farthest.
That's my story. Leave it alone.
I know, I'm not touching it. But the farthest I have driven is I drove down to Anaheim to pick up my pin with a little detour off to beautiful Tehachapi. So if it had just been to Anaheim, that's one way, 400 plus miles. So that's the farthest I've driven for one of mine. It doesn't seem like I get much of any. Okay, I have gotten a couple games that are nearby that are like an hour away in San Jose, but for a long time, it's like nothing was ever under 3 hours. Like, oh, this is the standard time that you have to, how far you have
That's
to drive.
because Cat's grabbing it all for trade.
I
bait.
know, right? Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. And so
I swear, like half my Craigslist deals are like 20 minutes out of my way on my way home from work, if that.
wow.
Yeah.
The only thing I grabbed that was nearby was I picked up that delightful Time Soldiers in Pacifica.
Oops.
I know, right?
Wasn't worth the gas money.
No, I got a monitor out of it.
Yeah, the monitor's worth the gas money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I got a nice
that's true.
monitor out of it, which is now in my gyrus. And although I need to do a cap kit for it, and then I'll be selling other parts. Because you know why? Everybody out there with extra money in their pocket, Time Soldier's great game, and those rotary sticks. You want some? I'll sell you some.
$1,200.
Actually,
$1,200 exactly. Yeah, shipped.
a legitimate question on Time Soldiers. A legitimate question.
Make me an offer.
Not, I'm not going that far. Are those LS30s in that thing? I've never looked at a control panel for
Yeah, they are.
Time Soldiers. They are LS30s?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
SNK, right?
Yeah. Well, so those are worth some money.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
Joysticks. A pair of those joysticks are worth $100.
I mean, you
probably.
could just pop in like heavy barrel in there, right?
Exactly. Just
Atari Warriors.
Convert it to
Atari
another
Warriors.
rotary game, and then you'll have money. And then you can sell your Time Soldiers kit for like, $10.
Yeah.
Right.
Marquee, bezel,
You know,
and
well,
overlay.
The part of the, of course, that the cabinet it's in it's just a piece of shit, old, fucked up Zaxxon cabinet. Although the sides aren't bad, it's not water damaged, but it's.
You know what? I actually like the layout of the Zaxxon cabinets, though. Like, I like how the front comes down. Like, you can just open up the front, you can access everything right there. It's real easy to get the bezel and all that and the glass off. And the way the monitor comes out, even though the monitor's mounted upside down, that's kind of funky.
If it
I
wasn't
like my
made out of,
cabinets like I like my women.
What?
Mounted
The to weigh about 300 pounds and have easy access through the front panel.
I thought he was going to say mounted upside down.
Never mounted a cabinet
Well, when you
upside down.
put it like that, you're absolutely right. You know.
Oh, look at her. There she is.
Yeah, there she is.
All that wood grain.
Yeah.
Joel is all about ready to mount that shit.
That wood. It's all about the wood.
Yeah, I got wood.
Mine does not have wood grain. Mine is just brown.
That particle board that just disintegrates.
Yeah.
Imagine Mock's version of a female out of a cabinet. All kinds of things to pull and twist. And
Mock goes for maximum capacity.
Super heavy and very wide to handle a very wide control panel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. If you push it off a roof, it'll fly.
Inside that cabinet.
Actually, I'm pretty sure Mock likes girls who can handle at least 8 sticks.
At the same time.
Multitasking. You know what I like? That Jim has a Christmas tree in the background.
I know. I mean, Christmas has come early to fucking.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
Coordinating the Zaxxon.
Here, are you gonna have a bonfire like that?
No, hopefully I can find someone who wants to turn it into some MAME machine and maybe redo the front for all the funkiness. That's
Just put a sign out, free firewood, and put the
Free firewood.
cabinet.
It would be toxic smoke.
Roast your chestnuts with this wood.
Zaxxon roasting on an
Oh,
open fire.
Oh, nice. This makes me wish it was our Christmas show already.
Yeah.
Almost is our Christmas show, huh?
It is almost our Christmas show.
Yeah.
So to answer the last part of the question, so I can move along and not be on the spotlight. I'll be interested actually to hear Brad's answer to this one. How far would I drive? For the right game, about anywhere, because I love a road trip. So it's
Road trip!
Yeah, exactly. Road trip. Like I would go. It would have to be the right one. It would have to be the right price, and I'd have to want to do it as a road trip. I mean, it would have to be something where it's like, yay, this will be fun. Other than that, as long as my car will go there, I'd go to Canada or the.
You kind of wonder the question, like if you're assuming they got unlimited time, free time.
Oh, right.
But if you didn't, it's like you're going to spend more in gas than it would to have it shipped to you, right?
Right. That's why it has to be about the experience. It has to be like,
exactly.
okay, this is going to be an adventure. And, one thought is to, if it's across the country, fly there and then rent something and to drive it back.
Mm-hmm.
How many balls of twine can you see along the way?
Right. Exactly.
How many large potato chips shaped like Donald Trump's head can you see along the way?
What?
I think it would be like.
Including Donald Trump.
I think they're all that shape, aren't they?
Careful, Trump's making a list. Anybody that makes fun of him.
Gotta love the roadside attractions.
Better tweet that.
Yeah. Exactly.
What? Someone said my head was like a potato chip.
Yeah. With a Cheeto on top.
Cheeto?
Oh my God!
Yeah, exactly.
I don't watch much SNL, but the skit with Alec Baldwin and doing his Trump impersonation with the retweeting, he's got all of his little
nuances
down to it's so good.
Yeah.
And this is real. Yeah, like whatever.
Where he does the butthole mouth, it's all.
Yeah, the butthole mouth. It's all the.
Hey, this is your soon-to-be president you're talking about, guys.
I don't know. They're working hard. They're working pretty hard to maybe do a re-electoral.
They are working very hard. Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. This is all very.
Nah, it's not going to change.
Yeah, we're fucked. Just strap in. Let's see how fucked we get.
Yeah.
Strap on and here we
Pretty
go.
much.
2.5 million vote difference.
Yeah. Alrighty then. So on that cheery note,
Trump in the same sentence. Nice.
Yeah.
As Joel eats a potato chip.
I know, right? We're gonna. He's begging us to mute him again.
I don't know, it sounds exactly, Joel. I'll have to mute you again.
Yeah.
Can't do anything.
I love what Brian wrote in our chat.
So it's only logical. I have to pass this one to Andrew.
All right. So this was a challenging one because so before the epic,
Suspense is terrible.
I know, terrible. The story's terrible too. So don't be holding your breath or anything.
I like that story though.
All right.
I love this story.
So before this story, which I would call, these are weird pickups though. So this is a weird story. So my first pure me get in the car, drive someplace to get some games and drive home story without all the fucked up extra shit was 3 red tents. I drove 3.5 hours to get them one way, 3.5 hours back. That was uneventful. I drove down. I put them in my fucking van again. I drove back. 7 hours, done. Right? Then there was Star Trek and Forgotten Worlds, which we talked about, perhaps, on this show. And I swear to God, because of that, we've answered this question. But that was a miscarriage of a pickup event. What do you call that? Do you call that a miscarriage? Feels right, but the thing is that it actually carriaged into games arriving at my house. It just took, 72 hours.
Wasn't really getting games delivered. It was more like deliverance of the games. Right?
There was deliverance.
The long painful delivery.
There we go.
It was deliverance without the butt sex.
That would
You sure got a pretty mouth.
No, there was actually 0 butt sex on this trip.
Oh man, this is
You know
a
what?
trip.
I mean,
Just the mental.
I said it was not an exciting.
Yeah. Although between Zadie and Louie, things might have gotten a little close to that. If he hadn't been so long.
I think if we had let nature happen,
Let it happen.
there could have been some sex.
Yeah, probably not butt.
It may have not been butt sex, although Louis is not.
Now this is gonna
He
happen.
may not have the best.
He's just kind of bi-curious. Is that what you're saying? Or?
I'm not judging him. He's my son.
Yeah.
He is who he wants to be, and I don't judge him. So that was. I'm pretty sure the other end was more hours than me. I was. All told, because the driving back and driving to, I think, was longer. My time on the road was shorter, perhaps full of more despair.
A swamp of it, perhaps.
But the other side was full of more urine-soaked rental vans and bad weather.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I don't know how the fuck long that was. That was 7 hours one way.
Oh, that's true, because you did have a shorter drive than I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, by a good chunk.
Well,
especially when I ended up going to Wyoming.
Right, it did because not planned.
Yeah, no, true.
Right.
You would have been a little closer to have.
Speaking of that reminded me the Forgotten Worlds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Andrew,
yes.
you and I talked about that the other day. It was the same person I contacted.
Oh yeah! Holy shit!
A year earlier.
Yeah. So Skip.
No.
Gak knows Skip.
No way.
Yes.
You know Skip?
Holy fucking shit!
That
Gak
same
and I figured
exact
this out.
game, a year before that, was on Craigslist, and I
Yeah.
made him an offer. He countered. I accepted, and then Skip said that the owner, wanted to hold on to it.
Oh.
And then I followed up a few months later, and they never responded.
My Forgotten Worlds, which via Carrie and me and Wyoming and this whole fucking shitstorm, that should be Gak's.
No.
Wow.
It's all good.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Gak sent me the pics of the chat that they had, the email.
Yeah,
they
I
exchanged.
screen captured.
And I was like, holy
email.
fucking shit, that's Skip.
Yep.
That's what?
So
Well,
yeah.
how many Forgotten Worlds are there out there?
Right.
In Northern California. Yeah.
No, especially in Sacramento. Yeah.
I've yet to find it, but there was one probably 3 years ago on Craigslist. It was converted to something else, but the side art looked good. The control panel, you could still see the art on it. They just drilled it for a little bit different button layout or something. Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah.
But no one's reproed that artwork for the anything.
Wow. Interesting.
It's such a fun game. It's a good game.
Yeah, you should get that game. That's a good game.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you.
Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in that one as 72 hours, all told, because yeah, that shit trapped. I'll say me. I'll just go for me side of it, the selfish side of it, right? So that 72 hours over Mother's Day weekend. That was a shitty pickup for Forgotten Worlds and Star Trek: The Next Generation. That was a long weekend. How far would I go beyond 72 hours?
And would it involve Wyoming?
All right. So
that's part C for you, Andrew.
Right. Yeah. So what would be the carrot that would make me drive farther than 72 hours to get a game? How free would it have to fucking be?
Handy.
Pretty fucking free. Nah, I'm gonna draw the line there. I will not drive further than what it would take me to drive from here to Maine. Let's get a game.
That's a good.
I'm not driving to Panama. Fuck that.
Panama.
Because my van would not die. Go driving through like all of like New Mexico and Texas and Mexico, and it would make it down to fucking Venezuela. But fuck Wyoming.
Lots of parts down there for it.
Yeah.
Panama.
All right, keep singing, Steve, because you're next.
Oh. Well, I don't have that many games, but Whitewater was, you guys knew for a long time. Oh, by the way, I'm Mock the Magic Man. I'm on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and all that other shit. Anyway, Whitewater. You guys knew I was looking for Whitewater for, I don't know, about a year or so. And forever. And when I finally found one, the person that contacted me, they lived in like Santa Monica around-ish area. And that's about a 2-hour drive for me. And that's about the furthest I've driven for a game. But coming home, I hit LA traffic, which took about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, that factors in.
So it took me about 5 hours to get home. Because I remember I left around noonish and I got home like at 5:30. So 5:36, something like that. Because I remember the show was starting and I was just getting the game in. So I remember I was setting that up. So yeah. So it felt like a long road trip when you're in traffic in LA. It's a lot of fun. So the furthest I would drive, though, I probably wouldn't go further than about a 6-hour drive. I think that's my limit, just because I know I can get back from a 6-hour drive. Yeah. If it's an 8-hour drive, that's like you're staying in a hotel, and then you got to worry about your game getting fucked with in the car. Or do I take the game out and put it in the hotel, and what kind of complications that is? And I don't know. I probably wouldn't go more than a 6-hour drive. That's kind of my limit. It's got to be something awesome too, something you've been looking for or something like that. But yeah, that'd be. I don't know what game that would be. Maybe a really cheap Attack from Mars pin, or maybe a Major Havoc arcade machine for $20, or even like $400. I should say. I mean, those things are just so expensive. So, but yeah. So anyway, let's see. I think I'll pass it to. I think Griffin hasn't gone, right?
Yeah. I haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
Let him talk before his Wi-Fi turns into popcorn again.
I know.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you actually cross the border once for games?
Oh shit!
Griffin?
Me? No. No, I haven't
I
been
thought you went
down
to Mexico.
well, I go to Mexico for things, but not arcade
Yeah.
games. Mainly the transvestites.
I was gonna say donkey shows.
Stripey donkeys.
He goes for
Stripey
handies.
Cheap Viagra.
No, but no, I've never picked
I
a
thought
game
I
up from
remember there
Mexico.
was a thread where you got a handful of games. There was like a Star Wars upright. And you
Oh, no, that
rented
was,
like a truck or something to get a bunch of games.
Yeah, that was kind of just north of LA.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that
Yeah.
you went to Mexico.
No, not I. Maybe one day, but I know.
Not the arcade icon.
With my Spanish, I don't think I'd get a very good deal.
Right.
I don't think it would go right. So yeah, Griffin on Clav and various other places. Arcade Icons, arcadeicons.com. Furthest I've driven was like 640 miles each way.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was
1,000 kilometers.
It's like San Diego to basically to Yosemite.
Oh Jesus!
So that was a good one. Took me about 9 hours. I mean, I was cruising, stopped for a bit of food, that kind of thing. So it was about 9 hours before I got there. But it was worth it because it was for my Warlord's cocktail that I picked up, and it's
For how much?
It's like that I don't.
Type it in the
It
chat.
doesn't matter.
Type it in the
Yeah,
chat.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
No, I mean someone sold it to me, knowing full well that it was the price that people would normally pay for it. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah.
But it's like all original, completely untouched. I don't even have the keys for the locks. And so
you never open up the top?
I've never even opened the top of the cabinet.
Wow.
So I'm just praying that it keeps working.
Yeah, there's like a 60 in one in there.
Right? Yeah. Damn it. Can't trust that guy. So yeah, I actually stayed in a hotel overnight, but it was cool because it was a friend. So we got up there and shot the shit and, barbecue, drank beers, played in his collection and so it was a good night, and came in with a grail, the overused word, grail.
I hate
But great game.
word.
So I need 3 friends really now before I can actually use Warlord. It's
I'll tell
hard
you
to
what.
play on your own with the 4 players.
Yeah. I didn't even want the one that I picked up because I don't have 3 friends to play it with.
Right, and it turns out that the friends are harder to find than the
No,
game.
it's true. No, it's
Just rent them.
So now they gotta figure out a way to hook those up online, and then you can play against those.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, then you don't need friends anymore.
Yeah, right.
I just stand outside my garage.
Yeah.
I just shout at people going by. Sometimes it works.
Well, be my friend.
You want to come and play? Come and play in my garage.
No, I like Mock's more aggressive tone.
Well, he's from.
You're my friend. Get in here and play.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Yo, would you look at that bitch?
Where's your dollar?
Yeah, bring some singles. You get arrested. You go down the street asking people to go into your garage. Bring some
I
singles.
know. Come and play with me.
Come play some games with me. It'll be like that episode in Different Strokes with Arnold looking for his friend being molested.
Yeah. The bicycle episode. Yeah.
That's so awful.
Jesus.
Poor
It
Gilbert.
was like a public service announcement.
Yeah.
Like an after-school special.
Yeah. How do you make a comedy show out of your friend being abducted
No, that's
and
not
molested by?
Nope, not funny.
And
Not
then
funny.
the time he gets there, he's got Gilbert's shirt off and he's all touching him and
Yeah,
taking pictures of him.
not funny.
It's like,
Not
"Ah, this isn't a funny show.
This should be Bill Cosby, and there should be roofies involved.
That's right. Exactly.
So
Yeah.
sorry. Griffin.
Tangent it off there.
You're fucking finished now?
Well,
Right?
where was the
See?
molestation, like a Punky Brewster
Outside.
episode?
How far would you drive to?
How far would I drive? That was pretty much at the limit. I mean, to go further than that, I don't know. I couldn't imagine having drove. About here, drove. I think if I'd have known it was going to take me 9 hours to get there, I thought I was going to get there in about 7.5. 9 hours. I don't know if I'd have gone.
Right.
But,
all right, so there's your threshold.
Yep, threshold 1,000 kilometers in the metric system. It's a nice round number, so I try not to go beyond that. When I'm driving an American car, I have to take my calculator and convert it as I go.
Do you use a kayak or a canoe for that?
Colonoscopy. What's that? Always getting mixed up. So yeah, that's it. All right, let's pass this off to the buffet.
Oh goodness!
Oh,
He
goodness.
just signed in.
Yeah, goodness.
Actually, I'm not sure if you guys were aware. Did he private message you last week, Buffett?
Who?
With the food you had?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got that.
Thank you very much for your dinner last week, Buffett.
Yes, he sent us pictures of his dinner.
I appreciated those pics. I laughed. I gagged a little bit.
I didn't see him till the next morning with my hangover.
No, that's why I gagged a little bit. It was Wednesday morning, and I gagged a little bit.
Right. Pick up the phone. I'm like, you have a message from Buffett.
God!
Here's my dinner.
I'm just barely holding it together, and Buffett's like sending us
I just put
greasy
the link
pictures
in
of
the chat,
steak and awesome. Oh God!
Yeah, sat right there and ate it all.
That was not what I was ready for on Wednesday morning last week.
That was my dinner.
Yeah, you know.
The chipped up TV tray.
Spare no expense on the TV tray.
The cum stained salmon.
What?
I was
a nice spicy pork sandwich served in an ashtray.
The McDonald's hash browns.
No, those aren't McDonald's, sir.
Nope. Straight
No,
out the
I'm sorry.
toaster.
I'm just kidding. Just flipping shit.
Mm-hmm.
That actually looks delicious right now. It would not look good tomorrow morning.
What was in the bowl? Was that eggs? I thought it was eggs.
Scrambled eggs, yeah.
It was eggs, steaks, and hash browns.
9
Egg, steak, and
scrambled eggs.
hash browns. You weren't shit
That's
for a
9
month after
fucking
eating that.
eggs.
9 eggs.
That is 9
Holy,
scrambled
it's like a bowling
That's
ball.
a big bowl.
Dude, do you use a serving fork as a fork?
No.
He just puts it up to his mouth and he shovels it in.
That's a ladle.
I do use a regular tablespoon for a spoon, though.
Dude. All right, right now that looks delicious.
No, it doesn't.
Shut up, Steve.
Right.
I haven't eaten yet tonight. Looks good. Shut up.
9 eggs, 2 steaks, and 4 hash browns.
I couldn't eat that, but like the 2 steaks, those are 2 T-bones.
Yeah, 2 T-bones.
God damn.
Yeah, they're, I don't know. But,
He's a growing boy. Shut up.
Yeah.
they're about 9/16 of an inch thick. Something like that.
Are those like
about
George Foreman
9/16. That's a very
grill? Man can measure.
That'd be 14 millimeters for
Just
you.
over a half inch.
14 millimeters.
Yeah.
Oh,
I understand.
That sounds like a nice dick.
Hey, man, nice dick.
Not that mamby-pamby 10 millimeter stuff. We're talking 14.
Millimeters. Don't want one of those.
If you measure flaccid in millimeters.
It was delicious.
No one wants one of them skinny 1332s.
30 seconds.
32.
Yeah,
32.
He was missing out not going for a dozen eggs, though. Fucking 9 eggs only. Come on, Buffett.
Yeah,
I mean, you had 3 left over. What do you do with the 3?
What do you do with those?
no, see, you don't realize. I actually
About
bought a
18.
50-pack from the Walmart. So
Wait,
Well,
50?
why not? Well, then why not just 10 at a time?
no, because
Did you break an egg?
No, because I transfer them into the 18 carton egg cartons. They stack easier on the shelf.
There you go. One
So-
row at a time, eh? One row of
Pretty
meal.
much. Half of the carton on one day, and the next half the carton the next day.
I could not do
Gaston
that.
from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I have what? I usually have, I don't know, about half a pack of bacon and 9 eggs, usually 4 to 5 out of 7 days out of the week for dinner.
Damn.
The other day he just empties out Golden Corral and
That's his other hobby.
yeah.
It's delicious. That's all I can tell you.
I have respect for you and your beard.
So, yeah, it was delicious.
Although I did read a really horrible article about the same bacteria living in beards that live in feces.
Beards or beers?
Beards.
I have no idea what you're talking about there. So,
yeah.
Depends
Gross.
if you wipe your ass with your beard or not.
how long is your beard?
What am I, ZZ Top? like,
Some people are.
When I blow my nose, it sounds like this.
I am sure your beard is perfectly well groomed and clean.
Oh, yeah.
Suggesting otherwise.
I'm sure you don't have
horrible
feces
article.
in it.
Yeah, there was a
Knows
horrible
how to
article about
wipe
like.
them. Sorry.
All right,
You don't have
spin your guitar, Griffin.
Other people have feces in
Yeah.
their beard.
Anyway, beard's a scary thing nowadays because there can be bacteria.
hey, they've been around for millions of years. I don't consider them very scary at all. Same bacteria then. Same
Bacteria buddies.
now. Hey, whatever.
Make you stronger.
Sounds like a science fair project.
Yeah.
Look what I
Swabbing
grew in my
random
dad's
beards.
beard.
Anyway, so let's get to Buffett's answer.
Hey, I've just been waiting.
At the beginning.
Well, I want to hear what you got to say, Mike.
Okay, well, let's see. What's the furthest you've driven? I can't remember the mileage, but it was somewhere up around No, was it? Yeah, somewhere up around on the roundabout trip. We drove out past, I think, Wheeling, West Virginia from the DC metro area. And then we drove from there up to, I think it was Washington, Pennsylvania. And then we drove back home to my place.
Someone Google this because I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so from where to where? Like, give us like 2 destinations.
Do it from Woodbridge, Virginia.
Yep.
To Wheeling, Hurricane, West Virginia. I think was closer out there, out to Hurricane, West Virginia, and then from Hurricane, West Virginia to Washington, Pennsylvania, and then from Washington, Pennsylvania back around to Woodbridge.
So Woodbridge to Hurricane is 6 hours. Then what was the other one?
Washington, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Washington, Pennsylvania.
Good filler.
Sorry.
Dead air.
So the whole
Did you
trip.
pass out?
So
What my middle name is Filler.
Woodbridge to Hurricane
So-
to Washington is 9 hours.
Get it?
Jim,
then you went-
I can't wait to get back to your Christmas tree.
Then you went back to Woodbridge.
Yeah.
While
back
these
to
guys
what-
figure out math, I'm going to talk about your Christmas tree.
13 and a half hours.
Perfect. We'll have 3 different conversations going.
and that's just drive time. That doesn't
We need a
include
safe
all the
word.
time we talked to the people while we were there in the load up time.
Yeah, that's 13 and a half hours in the road.
So we did that in the span of about 24 to 27 hours.
I'm looking at Relco Superdank in the chat here. He's got some interesting feedback for us.
Oh, no.
All their wives.
Well, joke's on him. I'm not married.
Ooh, a
Read
spike
up a-
dildo.
Read up a little bit more.
Yeah.
You're all a bunch of cock-sucking faggots. And you all deserve to be raped with a spike dildo. Thanks, buddy.
Dude, you
That
mistake us
bald
sometimes we wouldn't
cock
enjoy
With the
a
glasses.
spike dildo.
I'm not fat, and I don't wear glasses.
That would be
I don't
That's
know what
definitely-
you're talking about.
That's definitely something Trump would retweet.
What I want to know is, if he's calling us all gay, how does he know that Orange Whip is uncircumcised?
Yeah,
Which-
exactly.
Oh, you kicked him. You know what?
What's wrong
I
with an
did.
uncircumcised
The-
dick?
The thing
That's-
is, he has no idea. Like, we all may enjoy all this stuff that he's talking about. And
True.
you know what? Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Don't forget to send your comments too.
Yeah.
And,
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
and most importantly, if you would PM
Oh, no,
Seabart
I have to do-
1984 on
no.
Facebook, he'd really
Oh,
appreciate that.
you screwed that up. You screwed that up too.
Sorry, 1987.
Hey, don't correct him. Jesus.
That was me correcting myself. Thank you. I could read your name. I just forgot. Sorry. So yeah, thanks for watching.
We got heavy breathers.
Redco Sabadank, who's apparently stoned.
Super dank.
Super dank. Thank you.
Relco Super dank. Oh, that
Dank.
must be that's got to be a pseudonym for that's
Joe?
Joe Senegaglia.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I think you're
Super
right.
Dank.
If you do
Super dank.
rearrange those letters, I think you got Joe
I think so.
Senegaglia there.
Yeah.
It's definitely how you
Some-
spell it.
Let me fucking text that bastard.
I think
And
I
tell him
think
to
he
get on
came
here.
in here to defend. Came in here to defend John's honor. That's what it is.
How could you guys? Yeah.
We haven't even started to offend John tonight.
No.
Surprisingly
Yeah.
enough.
That was
Yeah,
last
tonight.
week.
Should have posted the show that John came on in there.
After our
would've
questions, blown we should
his
talk
mind.
about his arcade.
Oh, are we gonna
the
dive
bar,
into the?
His IOMX, CoinMix.
coin mechs and everything else. Just
I have not watched the latest video though. Do I need to watch the latest video to understand the conversation?
and leaving
I don't think
beers
so.
on expensive pinball tables and.
I mean, I saw the pictures of that and the complaints about that.
Who puts Monster Bash on location?
I know.
Holy fuck!
I
That
know.
wasn't John either.
Nope.
No, it wasn't. It was Jay, wasn't it? Put it in
I,
there.
I think
Dude.
Bash was
There was
existing.
a
I think that was the other dude.
Was
the
it?
previous? Yeah.
Still though, dude.
They should be trying to buy that shit off the guy.
Did you see that picture I posted, Joel, with the beer sitting on top of it?
Yeah, yeah, I saw that too. That's not a surprise, is it?
No.
See that kind
No.
of thing.
You got to put those beer caddies in the front, right? I mean, if you're
Still,
on location. No, still though, true. But like, you got to put those on there. I mean,
Did you see the piece of paper on it that said out of order also?
Oh
Already
boy!
broken.
Oh man.
Ouch.
Yep.
Anyway, whose turn is it?
I don't know who hasn't gone. I don't know.
Jim hasn't gone.
I haven't gone.
Orange hasn't gone.
Seabart went first.
Whip,
Yeah.
I think that's it then.
whip.
Well, then let's see what Jimmy has to say.
Jimmy.
My answer's lame. I've driven a total of an hour and a half. I think it was back when I lived in St. Cloud and would drive to the Twin Cities to pick games up, and that was I think for
90
Tetris.
minutes.
Yeah.
Was that round trip or one way?
No, that's one way.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's even a stretch. I would say, yeah, that's being generous. But and then the furthest I would travel, it would have to be something either free, like really good price, or something that it would have to be like a super punch out or something, and that I've been really hunting for at a good price. And my answer is kind of like Mox. It'd be something where I can make it back in the same day. I'm not going to miss a day of work or take a vacation day, unless it's like an amazing deal. So I would say, yeah, like 6-7 hours maybe, so I can make it there and back in a given day. The only way I would make it longer is if I was road tripping with like a friend or someone where it was going to be like a fun time. But if it was just me, yeah, I wouldn't make it more than the day. So
Yeah, like you in a rented truck. Like
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially now that I just leased a new vehicle because my car lease was up, and I got a RAV4, and I can fit, and that's what I use to transport my Arkanoid, and so I can fit one game in there.
Wait,
comfortably.
Can you fit a 4-player Turtles in there?
Nope. If I took the control panel off, actually I'd have to do some measuring because the back is pretty. It's the length that's the tricky part.
I know somebody who has
Usually-
RAV4. They say they've been able to pick up anything.
Usually they talk about a width, but you're saying length.
Girth.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Usually girth
I
is
don't
the
know.
issue.
Yeah, I don't know. Our Arkanoid wasn't that. It was a little bit tricky because it's got that curved top. But otherwise, like because Miss Pack would have been easier, or Eyes, but it wasn't that bad. So I'm pretty confident, like an average sized cabinet.
I think if you put them on their side, you can get them.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
So your System 1, though, Marvel Madness is taller than Doe and Eyes.
Yeah, but if you look at the depth of it and how the like upper half is, it would go up like in the passenger seat, over the passenger seat, like.
Or so you lean that one forward.
Easy. Yeah. Yep. And the two back seats go completely flat. Like you don't even have to remove the headrest. It's pretty darn slick.
Yeah.
Because that's what I wanted. I'm like, I want a vehicle that is still. I'm not a truck guy, but I want something I can haul. I can close the back and haul one game. So that's.
I need something very feminine and very fuel efficient.
That's right.
Get a Prius.
Get a Miata.
Get a what?
Prius.
Can't fit shit in there.
Great gas mileage, though.
Can it tow a trailer?
Right.
You'd be
I don't know.
surprised on the highway.
I don't know. 90% of the shitty drivers I see are driving those.
Ooh.
I've seen them hauling
There's truth
two
to
jet
that.
skis before.
They always have.
A jet ski weighs like what, 100 pounds each?
I don't know, but I've seen them. So
Well, I don't want to be driving a trailer, so.
Yeah.
It'd be hard
Anyways.
to drive a trailer.
Yeah, especially without anything
Yeah.
dragging it along.
There's a play on words.
Yeah. In other words, don't have a car, just have a trailer, drive it around.
Well, so like you look at like Arcade Impossible, right? I mean, Greg drives
No,
his.
no,
They were
no.
saying because I didn't say pull. I don't want to pull a trailer. I said I don't want to drive a trailer.
That would be
that because there's no obviously.
Engine,
no.
steering wheel, no nothing.
just a set of oars.
Pretty much, yeah. No, just like Flintstones. You're just dragging your feet.
Oh, who's that for? That was for all of us, right, Gak?
This is paying homage to the
To
YouTube
Reiko Super
comment.
Dank. This is what
Oh my
Reiko
God.
Super Dank says we should all do this.
Wow, can I collect the whole set?
What animal are you guys gonna get? Giraffe, Pather, not Pather.
They take batteries to talk.
The crocodile actually makes me wince.
Does this thing
Oh
talk?
shit, that looks like a
These
Dalek.
little,
Dalek,
these little
yeah.
paperboy handlebars.
It looks like a Dalek.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, you're right.
I will exterminate.
Exterminate.
Exactly.
Exterminate your
Talking
ass.
about the dude at the top. He's all, oh,
Oh.
Wow.
That's
I
because
joined just in time. How the hell did you get...
every picture,
Welcome back, Kerry.
I was feeding
We've been
the
thinking about you.
dogs.
Yep. We've been thinking
every
of you.
picture, if you look at his expression, he's got it in his ass right now.
Yes.
He's got
Right?
one of those things on. He just put it on
And the-
inside out by accident.
And the crocodile, he hurts.
Coincidentally, I mixed myself a screwdriver.
Oh, so you're looking for the zebra.
Look at those bad boys right there.
Oh,
Ouch.
crikey.
Mark's not even here to share the joy of vodka.
They look like the snow tire version of sex toys.
All terrain.
All-terrain sex toys.
I
Get plenty of grip. Yeah.
Gus Scott in the
They're-
chat
they're
says he thought
actually,
the giraffe would be longer.
They're actually shifters for your car.
It's true. The longer, but it'll be very smooth and
You
slick.
get a sure grip with one of those.
Right.
Wait,
She
those are.
couldn't,
I
she
thought those
couldn't
were
buck
joysticks.
you off then, eh, Buffett?
That's right.
Doesn't Mock have one or two of those on his name cabinet?
Oh, nice.
Well, they have one very similar to that. They have a banana one for Monkey Ball.
Those make Robotron easier to play.
It depends. How gay are you?
No,
And,
use those
and
for
how many
It is a
assholes
bit-
do you have?
It's a bit of a gay test.
get a pair of those for Wacko.
Oh no, Wacko's got a roller. That's no. You can't do that with Wacko.
Hard to
Hey,
whack off
could
with
one
that.
for each joystick.
That's okay.
yeah.
It'd be just like with the old laptops that used to have the little red button. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, the little nub from the ThinkPads.
It sticks like this far out of the keyboard.
That's the most depressing little.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I gotta pass it off. I better pass it
That's
to
far
Orange Whip.
more of a.
Let's get this
clitoris
question done.
Yeah, let's get this
than-
question done.
Jesus Christ.
So farthest I've gone about 7 hours driving to Spokane, Washington, which was just a few weeks ago. That was the longest I've ever driven. But I regularly do Seattle, which is like 2.5 hours, and Portland, which is 5 hours. I kind of do those on a regular basis. Just next Canadian city that's like over 150,000 people is like 14 hours or 18 hours away. So it's Calgary. So it's a ways for me to get anywhere besides going down. How far would I go? Well, I'm kind of like Carrie. I mean, I would, if it's a road trip, I'd basically go anywhere. And we were all chatting in Slack earlier, just a couple days ago, and I was ready to hop in my truck and go to Reno.
You're gonna buy a Warlords, yeah.
On a moment's notice there. I was just about ready to go. And that wouldn't have phased me at all to drive that, even by myself, which was, I actually did a search for it. It's 14 hours straight driving to get there.
So 28 hours round trip.
Yeah, and that's
No stops.
plus getting
Exactly, no gas, no food,
Yeah,
no
no
potty
stops.
in my truck. That'd be a few stops and
No food, no potty break.
break. Yeah.
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 Yeah, bring a
Adult-
bottle.
Yeah.
2 liter.
A big
And if you bring a
bottle.
puppy,
That's right. You definitely have to have the potty
you'd be
break.
stopping lots, and you might get urine in the car.
Yeah.
But you never know. I could always just go to the craps table and I could, end up paying for my
Good
table.
times. Good times.
Oh God.
Take a 3 liter. The bottle hit is bigger. The cap. They're bigger on the 3 liters than the 2 liters.
3 liter? What the hell's a 3 liter?
Yeah, you definitely
Oh, no.
Hey, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
All right.
Buffett, you're the
You just blew Orange Whip's mind.
You're the non-metric guy, and you're calling a pop a fucking 2 liter and 3 liter. What the hell's going on here?
Oh,
there's
no.
1 liter
We
bottles, 2
call
liter
our
bottles, and 3 liter bottles.
yeah, our
But-
big bottles here are 2 liter and 3 liter.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
gallons or anything.
But
Yeah.
but how do you not understand that then? I remember a long time
Because
ago.
you look at it, the 2 liter is
all
smaller than the 3 liter,
I know. I'm just shitting with Buffett.
and the 3 liter has the wide mouth.
Yeah, it does.
I've never seen that before. I don't even think I've seen that in Washington State anywhere.
Spend more time in Walmart.
Yeah, they're out
We go to Walmart all the time. I've never
No,
seen
the,
a 3 liter
the
bottle.
3 liters are they're giant. They're ridiculous.
Yeah.
You should be embarrassed if you drink one.
Is it like Coke or whatever, like Coke and Pepsi and stuff?
It's usually the store brand.
Usually, yes.
So it'll be like the Safeway brand or the King Soopers brand or Kroger brand or whatever. They have the 3
Apparently,
liters.
there's a YouTube video that says 3-liter Coke bottles do exist,
Yeah.
but they're actually tall.
That's what real men drink.
No, they're the same. They're the same height as 2 liters.
No, the Coke ones
The
aren't. The
Coke
Coke ones are taller.
Oh my
They're
god.
taller? No.
I can't believe we're fucking
All
talking
right.
like this.
I know.
I don't drink soda anymore unless it's like got bourbon in it. So
I
don't know. But like
Right?
the last time I bought a 2 liter, the last time I bought a 3 liter, it was the same height as a 2 liter, just fatter.
I have never seen a 3-liter
bigger
bottle
mouth.
pop before. That's crazy.
Same thing with me, Andrew. It's just bigger. It was just a bigger bottle.
Oh,
Yeah,
here's.
It's the same height. It just has a wider and a bigger mouth.
I've seen it. I got a photo of one here of a Coke one actually.
Just like your taste in
I
women.
just linked one.
Oh.
Well, that's the tall one I think, isn't it?
No, I think that one's just wider.
Well, here's
That doesn't have the wider mouth though.
No.
here I found one.
There you go. That's it. So the Coke
Yeah.
there on the left.
Okay, you're right.
I have never ever seen one of those.
You
Not
see
even
that the mouth is wider,
Wow, I've never seen it either.
and it's just a fat 2 liter.
Looks
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
It looks engorged.
I have never seen one of those.
Oh,
Crazy.
but that's old school though. Like look at the base of those things. They actually have the plastic.
The hard
protectors on
plastic,
the bottom.
yeah.
That's an old bottle.
The good old days.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Nice, Jim. You cut that off perfect.
Sorry, no go on the Coke.
I've never seen a Coke 3 liter, but I've seen the store brand. There you
Yeah,
go.
me too. Many
The,
times.
the Coke liters, 3 liters. I guess they exist.
Mark, you drinking vodka tonight?
No, I'm drinking Belching Beaver peanut butter something or other.
Nice. I have
dark
that
that
in
is.
my
Can't
fridge.
see through it.
So good. Mark, so I was in.
She's drinking a fucking Queef Stout.
Yeah.
Beef
The
stout.
Belching Beaver.
That.
It's a belching beaver, right?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, give me all dirty and stuff.
Oh, I mean,
Mark,
that's just literal.
I had
you're right.
I had a peanut butter stout from, I think, was it Nebraska over the weekend? It was. It was delicious.
Offended by a queef.
It's good,
That's
yeah.
fine.
But it was.
Finish him.
We'll just keep ignoring them.
There's I got little posters I stole.
Oh my god, it's like the first time I had these sounds. I can't stop laughing right now.
I like Belching Beaver products.
Nice deep ones. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, they have like a couple good. I like the miso honey.
Oh, I've only had the peanut butter.
Yeah, the peanut butter
That's
is
a fatty
good,
McGinnis.
but
It's like a
pretty
fucking
rich.
mason. It's like a mason jar.
Yeah, that's like a homemade.
That
Have some of my
reminds me of
Coke.
Jim.
But I don't usually like dark
Exactly.
beer.
Nice.
It's good. I like this.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
Mark, it's so weird. I'm drinking vodka and you're not.
Oh man, I'll have to switch to vodka then.
Yep.
Yeah, then I'll have to switch to beer. I'm just kidding.
Let me finish this and then I'll switch it up.
All right, see if we can bring the Devo hat back.
Yeah, oh no.
What? How many of us took? What was it? 4 of us took Never Do Hungovers.
I
last
didn't get
week?
mine till Wednesday. I didn't
4?
have it.
Yeah.
Yep, I
But,
did.
I'm pretty sure it was 4.
I got the notification that my 2 cases showed up today. So
Okay.
I'm excited about that because I'm down to like 4 in my fridge,
Wow.
which is low for me.
I've got this little mini beer fridge, and yesterday my younger son, we just finished dinner, and he's all, "Mom, look at this! Look what Dad just got in the mail." I'm like, no, it's like,
It's a Christmas gift, son. Santa brought that.
It's a health drink.
Yeah, it's a little embarrassing that I've got like 8 of those.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
no.
I got
I've got 14 of those. I have 14 of those.
My parents visited over the weekend, and I was actually hoping. I was very worried that my mom would just like kind of open the fridge because sometimes she's like, "Oh, you're low on groceries. Let me go," And but she didn't do that because I'm like, Don't drink much. My dad drinks beer every now and then, but my mom has like a glass of wine. She's like, "Ooh, I'm a little tipsy. You're driving." So, I've never seen my parents shit faced. Unfortunately, my sister's the only one that's ever seen my folks drunk. So it's kind of sad, but huh?
Is that a bad thing?
Well, kind of. I mean, I'd like to see them a little loopy once. Yeah, just for comparison, if nothing else.
Hey,
Although I should have, what I should have done. My grandpa and my dad and I at the cabin had I mixed some Manhattans because I wanted to try one, and I should have made like a super double, like super strong one. My grandpa, I mean, he can drink like no one's business. He's 86 and he has brandies that are like this tall, But my dad, I should have just mixed a super strong one. It's my fault. It probably would have put him right to sleep though. He goes to bed so early. Anyways. Anyhow, what are we talking about?
Who has to go still?
I think we're done.
I think we're done now.
Woo.
Thank God.
Yay.
Get that pain out of the way. Yeah.
That was fucking awful. Oh, something on me.
You splooged?
Whoa.
Something on me.
a beaver belt.
Thing.
Yeah.
The beaver belt on me. You usually got to pay good money for that.
Yeah. Right. Lick 'em and stick 'em.
Hey!
Stick up, baby. Trademark.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Trademark.
So is there going to be a Grinkers 2017 or not?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think we can say without any.
Well, we're going regardless.
Yes,
So
I was gonna say, we will make one happen no matter what.
There will be a Grinkers 2017.
Yeah.
The rest of the shit, we can't promise.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm totally fine with that.
Arcade Hangouts presents.
Getting too expensive to fly all the way across the United States every time.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about Denver. Because we have a lot of like really open questions about what the fuck this event actually is. Aside from the fact that it might happen next year.
It's all of us sleeping in Andrew's garage.
That's right. It's going to be a great big cuddle puddle on the floor.
Cuddle puddle.
Puddle.
Hashtag Slumber
For
Party
warmth.
2017.
Does a puddle happen before or after we get in a cuddle?
Dude.
Depends on how good the cuddling is.
It happens before, it happens during, and it happens after, and I have a mop.
It all depends on how sweaty, how fast you get.
Mike, you're invited. Don't pretend you're not.
Whatever.
Whatever, you're invited. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. There's no, I don't know. There's you're invited. Come out to the cuddle puddle. It might be greasy. We will find ways to make you full.
We need your beard to keep us warm.
No mustache pride.
At least two people are relying on your beard for pure warmth.
You can take a bus with Damien on the way over.
Oh boy. We have neither confirmation nor denial from Damien's presence. But I will text him on Facebook, or what do you do on Facebook?
Oh yeah.
Just saying. So so we still have a lot of details.
Dave in the chat.
Yeah, we.
What? No Brofest 2017? I want a spoon with Andrew's big dog.
Dude, bring it. I have all of that covered, Dave. He is the biggest lover.
You were barking on camera earlier. I had to mute it.
He might need to be the big spoon, just saying. He's not fixed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Neither am I.
And would John attend this event? That's the other question.
Not unless someone was paying for him.
No.
Or, well, that's not even that far of a drive for him. But
Wait,
he's.
John,
I think he's.
which John?
I think he's talking about Jacobson, right?
Yeah.
That's a long ass drive for
That's
Denver
long for him,
from
isn't it?
Jacobson.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
That'd be
I
like
thought we
30
were
or
on
40
Brofest.
hours. Yeah.
I thought we were talking about Brofest for a
Brofest.
second.
Oh.
'Cause Dave
No.
was posting.
I'm not even talking about Brofest at this point. That's a whole up in the air subject we can't talk about. But Denver, we can talk about.
Yeah.
How long a drive is that for you, Carrie, to drive to Denver?
I think that's like a 24-hour drive.
Yeah, it's about
Is
22 hours. Yeah.
15 for me.
So
Helen
if you fly in, how long a drive is it to Zyla's place?
From the airport?
Yeah.
It's about an hour.
Oh, okay.
Well, the airport is way the fuck in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But, however, there is a $10 train which will bring you right into downtown. And if you get to downtown, I will provide shuttle service for anyone who drives or flies into downtown Denver. Because I live downtown. Thank you. Is that Little Shop of Horrors? So anyone who comes into downtown are listeners who actually want to make this fucking trip. I'll provide taxi service if it's within hours that I'm not actually at work.
What is?
I'll
is
make
it-
sure that I can
What
get
is
you.
this thing
What
you
is
call
it in
work?
your garage? Denver 2017 is going to be in your garage. What is this thing?
I'm not inviting anyone to my garage. That has happened beyond.
Well, I'm not fucking coming then.
I
You haven't been
we
invited.
were going to be playing fucking Warlords in the garage.
I want the
Yeah.
garage.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
What's wrong with people in
everyone-
Colorado?
Everyone's invited to my house. That's not a problem. However, Joel, there's no disparaging shit.
Disparaging?
Just wants to dismantle everything.
Yes, I got a sense of
Only
disparaging.
I can have a Warlord's cocktail.
You
That's
sound vexed.
I am not vexed. No. I'd be happy to pick up anyone else. We don't know we don't even know what the story is. We've talked about Denver
Or dates
2017,
or
Yeah.
anything.
but there is
Trying
no
to-
fucking plan.
Trying to
Yeah.
narrow
So-
down like
when Zyla wants
yeah,
to do it.
Well, when do we want to do it? When would be a good?
Yeah.
I mean, quite frankly, when I love you, Zyla, but when could we make it? What are good dates given the weather and
Yeah.
timing and things like that? I mean,
All right, so
I don't know. Talk to
not
us.
winter, because winter can be tricky, but spring, summer, fall,
Good seasons.
it's easy seasons. So
I vote summer because I think spring's difficult for a lot of people.
and spring can be a roll of the dice around here. I mean, it might be fucking gorgeous and 70 degrees, or it might be fucking 4 feet of snow.
I would vote for like June-ish.
Yeah, if there isn't another major arcade event going on in June.
All right, so the only issue with June is it
There is
follows
a
very
shadow.
quickly on the tails of Brofest if it happens.
Right.
and then there's the
And then there's
California Extreme as
And
well.
Yeah,
California
that's in
Extreme is
July.
in July.
and
July.
then there's
And actually, our
Mountain-
Rocky Mountain Pinball Showdown happens now in July.
Yeah. Oh, it's in July.
okay, so the
Yeah.
same kind of thing. So maybe again, it depends on whether there's going to be a Brofest.
So we can do
2017.
We can do late summer.
Do September.
Now, the only roll of the dice in September and August is that those are our traditionally hot months. So it can be hot here. So there you're looking at potentially 90, 100-degree temperatures here.
And we know Grinkers is happening in October,
Right.
right?
That's
So
Don't want to get
October.
too close to that. If we can.
yeah,
like
so
that.
I mean, it would definitely help if we knew if there was going to be another major arcade event at the beginning of June.
And does Zyla have a time that she wants to do it at?
Or
that she-
we could do it around Rocky Mountain Pinball Showdown
Oh,
and make that part of our event. And make that, so let's go, we can go to that event. We can do Zyla. We can do the one-ups. There's 2 of those.
yeah.
So we don't even know what this event is. Is there a tournament? Is there
Right.
I mean, what do we want out of this event in Denver? You guys want to come to Denver? We have
Can we
lots of
just show
arcade
up
shit.
for fun.
What do you want to do?
I just want to get drunk with all of you.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's pretty much it, really.
and skip the arcade shit. It doesn't matter. We can do that next weekend. We can do it right now because like I'm working on it right now.
Just think in the future, we'll put on our VR headsets. We'll all be in the same room together and
Right.
drink beers. And
And I'll finally be able to find out if I can rip my little, same.
Personally, I'd probably say July is hard. Would be really difficult for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'd have to have it not conflict with CAX and have enough.
CAX, yeah.
I mean,
And then Rocky Mountain, I guess. Yeah, that you're saying that's in July now.
It's June, July. Yeah. Well, their months have slipped. They used to be April. Last year they were a week after CAX.
Or after Brofest. It was the
Or
following
after
weekend.
Brofest. That's right. I'm sorry. It was after June. That's right.
So that's like the second weekend of June or something.
Right. That was me going crazy with the events I was trying to put
right.
together
Yeah.
for, which sucked. Yeah. It'd be like having like a Brofest and CAX at the same weekend, or weekend apart. So I don't know if let me look up and see if Rocky Mountain has done actual events for next year.
yeah, I was just on their website. I didn't see anything, but I would look quickly.
Well, I can call Dan. I'm not gonna call him right
Oh yeah,
now.
you know people.
I know the dude who makes the event. Yeah, the dude who puts it on. I have bought games from him. I have known him for years for bringing games at his event. So yeah, I know Dan.
Exactly.
I'll talk to him. There's no way he doesn't have,
Yeah.
because he has to schedule like at least a year in advance for the hotel. So
Yeah.
I'll find out what that happens. But like, I mean, if you guys want to correspond with that weekend, or you can do that.
Yeah.
But what do you guys want on a weekend? Never. Like you guys tell me. Like, what do you want?
I
We can go play T-Mech, or we can sit at my place and play fucking Warlords.
I say we do both.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, there might not. I mean, realistically, there might not. If a lot of people show up, there probably wouldn't be room to have us all play Warlords. But
Right.
No, fuck that. We can do 50 people in my garage.
that's
You all hang out in the driveway.
that'll go over real
It'll
well.
be a lot in the driveway,
Yeah.
and you'll have to piss in the bushes somewhere in the
Dave
alley.
is good at that.
We'll do.
That's not my thing, right? If you want to do that.
I want to look at.
Your neighbors will love it.
I bet a flight is cheap up to Denver.
It's one
I just
weekend,
wanna-
they'll get over it.
Exactly.
Until next year. And this is
Invite
an
them.
annual event, and then
Yeah, exactly. Just invite them. Isn't that the way?
So
we
we're
get
shooting
around
for
it? So
sometime over the summer, huh?
well,
Like, is that? I just
only
wanna
because
randomly
winter
choose a
can
weekend.
be a gamble for travel in the Rocky Mountains.
I would think if it's not going to be at the same time and in coordinating with Rocky Mountain, then it should be maybe a month and a half before or after. I don't know, to not conflict. I don't know.
And we could
Yep.
do a tournament. So actually, let me put this out for you, Gax. So we could do a tournament at the show
with Arkanoid.
if we figured out if we figured out how to make it happen, and we flew Clint out here, we could do a arcade tournament at Rocky Mountain Pinball
Well, and
Showdown.
nothing against Clint, but does it have to be a website thing that's recorded
No,
forever?
no.
Like, you
Yeah.
could still do a tournament.
We could have a tournament
Right.
on Rastan. Sorry.
You know what I saw
I'm just
recently
saying.
was
No, that's not fun. But
we
we
met
could do
those
anything.
guys. We met the guys at Brofest in Texas.
Yeah.
OU Flight, I think, the Game Preserve. Those guys. Do you remember meeting those guys,
Yeah.
Andrew?
Mhm.
They did a tournament not too long ago, and it was recorded into arcade.
Who do they have as their officiant?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering. Like, did they
Or need to get Carrie ordained.
did they apply and get to be one? And then
Apparently,
they're
that sounds
good?
like impossible. Clint doesn't want to. I got the impression that he doesn't want to give anyone the same powers he has.
Yeah, there's a handful. There are a handful of people who are arcade refs, other than Clint.
That's because Clint wants to go to all the events.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I asked him about that at Grinkers. I spent a long time like prying and asking, and he gave me this big runaround answer about how you have to go through this person, but they're basically impossible to get a hold of, and I forgot the guy's name, and but ultimately that's the impression I got is that like, so how would someone become an arcade ref? Well, I got kind of lucky and blah blah blah. And I'm like,
well, look at it this way. I know Arik personally. I've been trying to get him to make me a ref for years. I'm only about 3 hours from his house.
Wow.
And you still can't.
We just never can catch up. Is the only thing.
Right.
What's his name?
Arik. Well,
Is that the pinball guy?
no. His name, he goes by Arik for his name, but his real name's David.
Yeah, but is that his name on Pinside?
Oh, I don't know what his name is on Pinside.
holy fuck, flights are cheap out to Denver.
But yeah, I know the guy.
that's
Denver's a hub. Denver's
that's
a big hub. It's really easy to fly into.
That's a big selling point for Denver. Is that it gets? I mean, well, we'll make it happen. The only question is when.
Right.
No, we can do a
it is.
tournament. We can do a tournament at the Pinball Showdown. We can do a tournament at Hyperspace. Anywhere you guys, even 1UP. I'm sure John Exedy would be happy to do a tournament at 2UP or 1UP.
And would we do prizes?
Well, we can do whatever you guys want to come up with. Right?
I think if we have a small entry fee, like $5, $10 or something, and then
we could do
give little cash prizes.
Cheap prizes. Look for sponsors who want to do this stuff and like throw in something and put their name on a shirt if you want to do a shirt and stuff like that.
Never do.
And this is all stuff that Gak and I have done.
Yeah. And those guys, most of those people want to just support whatever they can, really.
Yeah, so we'd be happy to do that stuff, and like I'm sure there's sponsors who'd be willing to throw in something to say, hey, you know what? Put my name on a shirt and like Denver arcade something or other.
Yeah.
We just on this show have to figure out what that means.
Do we want to? I will say personally, I don't care about having any kind of tournament. Or if we do, I would say it would be more fun to just have something kind of goofy and fun that we just come up with where people just write down their, where it's like very unofficial and it's not. I think it would be.
You don't have to do it with Clint.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
We could do a TMEC tournament.
Yes, exactly. We could have.
I love it. By tiered.
Yeah.
Like karate,
that's
style.
That'll be a short tournament.
Something like
karate champ.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, exactly. Something like that would be. I think it would be
Put him in a body
something
bag.
that's just fun.
Sweep the leg.
My hero.
We can just pick like 2 or 3 games and then make that a tournament.
Oh, yeah, because we're not looking to
really simple.
Yeah, we're not looking to attract the high scores. We're we just want to have fun and drink and hang out with each other. And so I think if we can make that the focus.
Classic Street Fighter tournament.
And something that makes it.
Oh, I love a karate champ tournament.
I like Wyo's suggestion. Papa the Rock tournament.
Wow, Jim.
Hold in the mind.
Or
if you want to test them, I'm sure you'll find that the things they teach you will surely.
Okay, here's an idea.
Listen for teacher, don't kick, punch.
Okay, so
actually, Sam in our chat here is really fucking good at Darkstalkers.
Who is
Sam?
Oh.
Sam,
our buddy Sam.
Who's this Sam character?
I know.
Who is this Sam?
We can do
fucking Sam.
We can do tournaments at Darkstalkers, and that would be Sam's fucking game right there.
Everyone choose a fighting game.
How about this? So wait. So here's an idea. You can think it's dumb, but I think it would be fun.
It's
stupid. No,
it's going to be time worthless, and I hate this idea.
Boring.
We could have a tournament.
No good goddamn freeloading son of a bitch, retarded, big mouth, know-it-all asshole jerk.
All right, you can talk now.
Okay, thank you. And then we could maybe have it different for the different games, or we could. But how about like a one hand tied behind your back, like where you have like 5 or like a half dozen games.
Yeah. One hand behind your back, karate champ. One hand behind your back, Robotron.
Defender, like that would be a fucking
one
game
hand
changer.
and your tongue.
You could use your face. You would
That's
not want to
use your face.
Wait, I got an idea.
And I will bring a vat
on the
of Purell.
joystick.
What about
Yeah, exactly. How fun would that be?
what about
People would be
doubles, where one
laughing and
person
drinking.
controls Robotron, the other person fires?
Oh, yeah, then you have
two
one person
buddy
to
tournament.
play up.
Yeah.
You could partner.
Bonus.
Oh my God, no! 2-player
Black
games.
Widow.
Any game, you have to play each. Like one does the joystick, one does the fire. That's brilliant.
Yes, I love
Pick
it.
any
R-Type.
game.
You gotta come
Like,
up with a
that
good
could be
game.
any game.
Any
One person
shooter.
does the joystick, the other person does the buttons. One
Gals
person
would
does
be
the
fun.
joystick.
Carrie,
No,
Tyrus.
The partner on
Two-player
Pac-Man
games.
is really bored.
All right.
Credits,
Now,
Look at Batman. I got the repeat button.
But the question is, what are they doing with their other hand?
Yeah,
That
Checking
is
for-
open.
Checking
It'd
for
be like
loose
fast times. You
coins.
put it in the other person's
Yeah.
pocket.
They're mixing
Chris.
drinks.
Yeah.
Who's gonna judge where my right hand is?
Brian, are you sleeping?
Well, Clint is if he
No, he's
comes
awake.
out.
Got to make each other hold hands.
Right. Yeah. Or in each other's back pockets or something. Make it all uncomfortable.
or Hammerschlager or whatever that is, where you have to have a drink in one hand and you're
Yeah, Edward 40 hands.
yeah.
Right? Or you tape it up to a 40-ounce bottle.
Yeah.
Mark,
Yes,
you drinking vodka yet? Come on, let's
No,
go.
I'm reading. Sam says this is boring.
Yeah. I know, right? Boring. Oh my god, that would be so much fun.
I do like the idea of figuring out a way to do brackets, but not in like the Street Fighter where it's totally obvious what's going on there. A different game that somehow you
Aren't
can do brackets.
brackets? Like whatever tournament, like don't they work the same though?
Does Zyla have a
Well,
Warlords?
yeah.
You can do round robin.
Yeah, if you have
Yeah,
less
sure.
than like if you have less than like 16 people, round robin's usually the way to go.
Yeah, do buddy tournament round robin.
Sure, do a T-Mac tournament. That's a given. We'll do that.
Yeah.
I think I like 2 other good games.
I'm
Two
gonna
players at
dominate.
once, pole position cockpit, one steers and one uses the gas.
Yep,
That'd be tough.
totally.
What do you say, side by side?
All right, Joel.
Arcade
thanks for
doubles.
doing
Yeah, one has to sit in the lap of the other person.
Yeah, exactly.
Joel, you're leaving? Why are you leaving?
New.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
It's 9
I'm leaving.
o'clock.
I was up at 4:45 this
Oh,
morning
Matsui.
Why?
All right.
because I have children who are
Oh.
insane.
Yeah, there was your mistake.
Join the
They're
club.
cute though. They're cute.
Not at 4:45 in the morning. They're not. Nobody's cute at 4:45 in the morning.
No.
Anyway,
I am.
I'm
right,
going.
All right,
See
bye,
you
Joel.
guys on the
Bye,
tomorrow.
internet.
Bye, Greg.
Night, Joel.
Hi, Joel.
Goodbye.
Later, sexy. All right.
Ding dong day.
All right, I need some more booze. I'll be back.
I need
Oh,
to find
Andrew's
this last
back.
stupid fucking cap.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
Does Zyla have a Warlords?
No.
Oh,
Not last time I was there.
okay. So we're trying to think of like 3 solid games to do as a tournament. One of them for sure would be T-Mac, I think, because that's like
All right.
new and fun.
What if it was like do it 2 one-night events? Like the first night's at Zyla's place, second night's at 1-Up or something.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we can go to
That'd be
multiple
fun.
places. So
Yeah.
she's got.
Then you have
2
something
nights
fresh to
there,
look forward to.
But we could do something else at one of the other arcades. I mean, there's.
Mhm.
And Zyla might
Some
show up to
solid
that too,
other
because she did
arcades.
on your other thing. She showed
Yeah.
up to that event.
Yeah,
So-
she liked
I mean, she still supports the other arcades. So like the 1-Up and 2-Up in the area.
How far is the 1-Up from there? Is that far away?
No, I mean it's all within like 20-25 minutes
Okay.
by Uber. So I mean, we can do like a T-Mac event at Zyla's place. We could then turn around and do.
We should
like,
get a party bus.
Right?
It's not a bad idea.
Rent a 15-passenger van for the weekend.
If we all
It's
pitch
just a
in
matter
for
of cost. So
Yeah.
whatever
If
you
only
want to
we knew of someone who doesn't drink that could drive.
Yeah, who would that be?
Oh, yeah, hire
Yeah,
a driver.
what lucky person would that be?
just saying there are possibilities.
Are endless. That'd be so dangerous. Like we're driving and drinking there. We're driving to the other event and drinking.
Well, and that's why I think we should do, if we're going to do like a weekend thing, we should figure out like we're going to be at Hyperspace all night, one night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next night,
I
we're
agree.
at like 2 up downtown or Lodo 1 up downtown.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's our place to hang out for the entire night.
Yeah.
So what I'm
Yeah.
trying to gauge, since I don't know the area, is hotels and stuff. Like, I would be in a hotel, and then we got to find an Uber. Like, how far is that, and how much would that cost?
It just depends, right? So, like, once we figure out the plan, I can give you guys ideas of like where to stay and what the options are. But we got to figure out a plan.
Yeah,
exactly. We need to get. But a plan's coming together. We're getting some kind of general dates. I would say maybe as early, well, depending again on whether there's another major arcade event happening in early June. Maybe as early as like late May to sometime in.
that sounds good. Something that's not so close to Grinkers. If we do Grinkers in October,
Right.
You don't want to be like on top of each other.
At this point, the only question really is Brofest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Brofest doesn't happen, then our dates are pretty open.
I put the question out there, just haven't heard anything back yet.
We haven't heard a response yet.
I have the Seattle show. I believe it's the 9th and 10th weekend of June.
June?
Yeah.
So would like early to mid-May work?
Like last year, it was the exact same weekend as Brofest. I couldn't go to it, but my wife did.
Yeah.
Like the first half of May, would that work at all? The first couple weeks?
It worked for me.
Weather-wise?
Or, I mean, you guys' schedules,
Dave is going to try to get in here.
The other question is, where are we going to drink at Zyla's? Because you can't drink there.
Andrew, you said that
we need a beer garden.
You must be able to get an event permit
near there, right?
Wouldn't that be cool if you have a little beer garden area?
Can't you
Speaking of which, I'm going to need a never too hungover after this one.
Those are scary.
Very red.
That's going to make your poop.
Fatty McGinnis.
It's my
Woo, Daveson.
I like my screwdrivers a little bit of grenadine.
I'm gonna need a never.
Oh my god! What the fuck? That's a screwdriver.
I put 3 shots of vodka in here. It's deceiving, and then the rest is orange juice, obviously, and some grenadine. But I had one like this just a second ago, and it's such good vodka.
That screwdriver is going to screw you up.
That's going to deserve an elixir after this.
Yeah.
So I can drink beer and then take another elixir after that. No.
All right, Brian in the chat said he doesn't drink, so we have a second potential designated driver.
All right, Brian.
Bonus.
show up.
And
there's Uber.
Are you sure you're related to
Dave? Brian Frober.
Who's that?
Yeah, not
in the YouTube chat.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm like, come on. I know Brian. I've seen many a Bud Light in that guy's hand.
Yeah.
Andrew's got.
He's everyone's cousin. For crying out loud.
Yeah, there's Uber. You guys have Uber.
That a boy. Woo! Yeah. And they're all for you. I have a picture like that somewhere when I was like 21. Someone took a picture of me at a bar with 2 in each hand, and I looked like a fucking little tiny skinny drunkard.
Is that because that's what you were?
Yep, and I grew up to be a drunkard.
Hey, Brad.
Less skinny, just as drunk.
Yeah. So, Dave, what's the farthest you've driven to pick up a game?
Yeah, Dave.
Oh,
how about that Super Punch Out that you missed?
Yeah.
Oh, some local guys, this is like recently, like about 2 days ago in Rochester for $400. Local guy went and got it, and now he's trying to flip it on Craigslist for $850. So happens that it's sitting right next to a Super Punch Out.
Oh.
He went and got it, and he's like a flipper. Brian bought his pack and his pack off of him. Flipper guy. I know he was looking for a Punch Out, but it's too coincidental. And Brian was texting him because so do I actually, but he was asking him about, hey, I bought the pack and his pack. He was curious, was that Super Punch Out? Did you get it delivered? He says, no, I bought it locally. He jumped on it real quick.
Yeah. You know, that was actually the one example I used for a game that I would drive a ways for. A Super Punch Out.
Super Punch Out?
Yeah.
Do you like super better than regular?
Oh yeah, it's way
I
more
do
fun.
too.
It's way more
Yeah.
difficult, and it's unpredictable. The patterns, like you can't marathon that. I've never known anyone to marathon it. I watched the Twin Galaxies video of the world of one of the world record guys, because you know now they're doing the video thing, and a lot. It was interesting because a lot of the techniques that the person playing had were not that much different than mine, just very slightly, and it amazed me how much further they got in the game. But that game it's faster. There's obviously a duck function, and but the characters I think are more fun. And it is like Fly will tell you, because Fly can be he can marathon Punch Out, and he'll tell you that Super Punch Out is way more difficult than regular. Because like in regular Punch Out, the characters, the way that they increase in difficulty is gradual and it's predictable. They always have a similar pattern. But like when you get to, so like in Punch Out, Mr. Sandman is the champion that you have to beat. He's and then you get the belt. He plays the same every time you get to him.
No matter
when
what.
you get to in Super Punch Out, Super Macho Man is the champion they have to beat, and he's got like 3 or 4 different style, like different patterns. It's totally unpredictable and random. So he may do one thing. Like there's consistencies. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but like after you knock him down, he may do one of like 3 or 4 different things, and the timings are all a little bit different. No, not as much. I mean, you can look for certain things, but it's way more difficult to just kind of memorize.
Like, is it pretty possible to like beat the game and then it's hard, or is it really hard trying to beat it? Period. The first round, it's not. I like once you played a few times or several times. I don't think it's that hard to beat it the first time around, but the second go around is way harder, right? Okay.
It ramps up way faster than regular Punch Out does.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting at. It ramps up much faster.
Yeah.
Jim, when's the last time you played a Super Punch Out? Where?
In the arcade?
Yeah.
Probably not since there was a place around there's a little kind of it's kind of a private little arcade, kind of like 28-4, but worse, called is it Hidden Treasures or something? I haven't been there for like a couple years, and they had a Super Punch Out. But I haven't played it on an arcade cabinet for a couple years now. I play it in MAME every once in a while, which sucks, but you know.
Hey.
Well, I'm talking, Steve. I'm talking not on a cabinet. I'm just talking on a keyboard.
He's not using like a 15 joystick cabinet.
Yeah. Which would be ideal, but you know.
Yes.
But so I haven't played it on in the cabinet for a couple of years now.
I played it at Hector's. He has both machines, and regular Punch Out I thought was a lot easier, and I was like having fun with that. And when I played Super, I was just getting angry with it. I wanted to kick it.
Well, and one thing that's really interesting, I've said this before. Who was I talking? I was talking to Jeff C at Grinkers, not this year, last year's.
Yeah.
I spent a long time talking to Jeff C about that, and we were both talking. I brought it up to him. I'm like, you know what's interesting about the different, like one obvious difference about Super Punch Out versus regular Punch Out. In regular Punch Out, the balance between body blows and face hits are, you know, pretty half and half. You use a lot of body blows as well as lefts and rights. Super Punch Out, I would say 90% of the time you're punching to the face. You use very few body blows at all in Super Punch Out. It's really weird. There's hardly any times that you use for instance, I'm trying to think. A vodka Drunginsky. Fucking hard name. You don't use any body blows on. You don't use any on Super Macho Man. Dragon Chand, you can use some on the first rendition of him. let's see, bear hugger, you don't use any body blows. So like most of the time, you're not using any body blows. It's so weird. I don't know if that's just the programming or like if they didn't think about that or what, but you very rarely use body blows.
And I haven't seen it in the arcade I haven't played since the 80s at the bowling alley.
Yeah, and
that's the last time
when I first got into the hobby, like, let's see, so 2004, like a year later, 2005, 2006, I told this story about how in the mall I was working at, there was an auction. It was an old Chuck E. Cheese that had changed hands twice. So it became the Zoo, and then it became Rock City Pizza. And when it was Rock City Pizza, when I was working in the mall at this computer store, they had a big auction, and I missed out on it. And I was an idiot. I should have just but I didn't know what I was missing out on until after it was done, and then especially now that I know better. But they had a super punch out. They had a regular punch out. People were getting these games for like $100. And they had a bunch of Nintendo cabinets. Like I missed out on a small fortune of crazy ass games. Granted, at that time I'm working part time at this computer store. I could probably only afford like a couple games. But oh my god, like it just to this day I'm like, if I could go back in time, you know. But it was a good lesson.
When do you see a super punch out for $500? And that was just posted like when I looked at the Craigslist ad a couple
Dave,
hours
you fucking
early.
texted me and called me, and I'm like, I saw the post. I called you immediately back. I'm like, holy fuck, dude, get in your car and get that shit right now.
I know. My son, we were at the hospital at like 6 in the morning because he had a thing called the croup. He's fine. It's just like a virus for like your larynx. And a kid, it's called the croup. As an adult, it's called laryngitis. We didn't know. And it was fine, but I was exhausted, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's like." It was like an hour and 50 minutes, but I'm like, man, I don't know if I really need to drive 3 hours right now. Like that was part of the reason. Work called for overtime, so I had to go to work at 3 o'clock. This was like at noon, and the guy's texting me, and I'm asking, "Well, is this Punch Out?" Because he said Punch Out, but it had a Super Punch Out marquee on it. Oh, it's Super. I'm like, well, can you take a picture of the game on? Like, this is him texting me right then, and I'm like, okay, I actually sent him screenshots of both. Like, this is the first guy on Punch Out. This is the first guy at Super Punch Out. Can you just let me know which one it is? And then he said, oh, it's Super Punch Out, but he just went looking at the marquee picture, and he did of the thing fucking working, and it's Bear Hugger. Oh my God,
Mike, holy shit, Dave, you fucker,
so I went to
this game.
And I'm like texting him all day, and I decided, like, look, I'll come first thing in the morning to get it. You know, it's totally. And then he texts me, he goes, well, I'm delivering it to Hamburg, which is like 20 minutes away from me. And I'm like, he's delivering it? So the only thing I could think of is the guy that bought it either said, I can't pick it up, or if you deliver it, I'll throw you $200 more or something, which is still a bargain for Punch Out. Because I can't see somebody offering, he says, well, if this guy backs out, I'll let you know. And then I'm like texting him, well, if you're delivered to Hamburg, I live 2 seconds away. Like, if the guy said, I'll give you $200 on top if you deliver it. Because it was only an hour and 40 minutes away, and he said, fuck it, all right, whatever. Because why else would he do that?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Some random guy who said, I'll give you $700, but you have to wait until, well, I can't, I want it gone. Well, if you can bring it to me, I'll give you $700.
I'll give you $800. Just keep.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what he paid. But
I don't know. Yeah.
If I wasn't so tired, because that's why I was thinking about it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I could do this right now. And then work called, so then I'm like, well, I got to take the overtime. It was just random because my wife's now home because she called in sick for work to be with my son. And I'm like, God, I don't think I can. I've been up. I got like an hour's sleep. We came home, slept for an hour, and I'm like, I don't think I could do a 3-hour drive right now.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. That shit.
I mean, crushed when the guy said he was delivering it.
Let's be fair. When these deals pop up, is it just a coincidence that it's almost always the most inconvenient time ever?
Yeah, but what killed me is he's delivering it to my. He's driving it to Buffalo. Like,
yeah, that's
the guy who made the deal is whatever he did. I'm thinking, how could he? The guy must have offered him more money. and said, you know, if you deliver it, I'll give you $200 more. 200. The guy was probably like, oh hell yeah, like all right,
Yeah.
you know, I'll come, or I'll PayPal you 200 and I'll give you the rest when you get here. But I don't know if I would do that. That's a random, without even a sight unseen Craigslist thing.
That sucks. I mean, that God, I was like popping a boner for you when you showed me that those pictures and
Popping boners.
Right? So, it was a boner of jealousy because I'm like,
Well, in fact,
Steve's gonna get this game for $500.
I actually emailed Steve from Grinkers, and then he was like, well, tell Brian I'll throw him 100 if he goes and gets it, because I was at work. This is before I said, well, I will, but I'm just letting you know I'm trying to be, so I want the game too. Maybe I'm at work if Steve throws him some crazy number, but then Brian's like, you know, 200. I mean, that means he's got a, you know, his truck burns gas. He's got, like, you know, Dodge pickup, and he goes, man, I'm gonna spend a fortune in gas. It wasn't, you know, and it wasn't like, he almost thought about doing it, and then I texted him late at night. I'm like, dude, I will come first thing in the morning and pick this up. And then I'm like, you're delivering it to Hamburg? I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? Like, are you serious? I'm like, shit. Well, you got to jump on it, like you said.
I got the vodka.
Yeah,
boy. This is.
We compliment each other. It's like
this is
that's beautiful.
This is lemonade with 2 shots of UV blue vodka, blueberry vodka, and another shot of Tito's.
Holy shit, that sounds sweet.
Yeah.
Like really sweet.
Yeah, it does.
It's so good.
I'm glad to join you guys, but I'm out of vodka at the house, so I'm having a tequila sunrise.
This tastes like an Otter Pop.
It tastes like a hard morning.
Chris. Way to
You
go,
remember
Steve.
Otter Pops?
Back to the show.
Are you guys
So
gonna wait?
Isaac Lime and Little
I'm just
Orphan.
gonna have mine right now.
Yeah.
Just get out of
Little
no.
Orphan Orange.
Gak, you've been so quiet. Are you?
I know.
What are you drinking though?
I've been drinking. Then I'll be chasing it with some.
That's why he needs a drink there. He needs to take that is because he's been quiet because all he's been doing is drinking.
Right.
Tell us the story of your night, Gak. Come on. You're drinking one of those. That's a big deal. What are you doing?
I'm
busting my note after this one.
I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna down it.
I had 2 beers.
Oh yeah, don't smell it. Don't smell it. Just swallow it.
Drink grass.
Don't swallow it.
Exactly.
Just
Don't-
swallow is
yeah.
my middle name.
Do it fast. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's funny. Don't think of Richard Simmons's jockstrap.
Ew.
That's for you, Griff, if you ever happen to watch this show.
Just take it. Don't fight it. Just take
Chewing on his dolphin shorts
Yeah.
after sweating with the oldies.
it. Yeah, volume 4.
Now he is an old.
All right,
So,
Gak.
yeah, so
Chris,
I
what
picked
are
up a
you
red
drinking
tent
tonight?
the other day.
Give us a rundown on what you're drinking.
Wait, did you just say you're going to pick up a red tent and live in it?
No, I picked up a
You're pitching a red tent.
Good luck.
Whoa.
In a red tent.
That just sounds unpleasant.
I have no idea how I'm gonna shoehorn it in the arcade, but try to make it work.
Good for you.
Is this your first Nintendo Versus?
Well,
you got
I've had
that red
Upper
tent at the
Versus.
right time, at the most perfect time ever. Those buttons that are being reproed.
I know.
Yeah. $90
Me
every
and
button on
Andrew-
a red tent.
Yeah.
Oh my
Andrew,
God.
if only you and me. Can you imagine if we had that?
I just spent $90 in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like twice over.
Yeah, I had to come with 3 sets of 16 buttons, so that's a total.
I
of...
can't. You know what's scary is I think about how much money I spent on those buttons, even though I sold a bunch of them.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Like,
Because you were buying them off people who were just selling onesie twosies or what?
Yeah.
and some
five
people-
sets,
some-
Dad, weren't you?
Like
Yeah,
three
I
of
saw
the
that.
buttons I got were new old stock ones from Milestar. You know how much money those are?
Oh, Milestar is not cheap.
No, because I couldn't find them anywhere else. He's like, "Yep, here's a yellow one, and I got a new old stock purple, and I think the purple." I can't remember. One of them was like pushing $30, and then for a while, the Donkey Kong buns were pushing $30 a pop.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yep.
Everyone's trying to sell them for like $30-$40 for a button.
Or one.
Fucking button.
They were
One
upwards of
button.
50.
All right, play it, Jim. Button. It's got the button.
Just for an orange button.
I'm sorry.
Speaking of Nintendo, I just got a package here today.
What do you got there, buddy?
Go ahead and
You
open
sure
it.
do have a package.
That's
Know what I'm
right.
saying?
Presented.
At least 3 of us have seen Chris's package.
I'm not showing the address on the other side.
Open it slow.
Yeah. Slow down.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bubble wrap.
Ooh.
Pop it.
It just gets better and better. Do it slow. Do it.
Well, you can see this side. Really exciting.
Ooh,
stuff here.
Special Forces.
Kung Fu Commando.
I don't know that.
Yeah,
heard of
like,
this
why would
one.
somebody want that?
He's going commando?
Yeah.
Not just any commando, Kung Fu Commando.
Here you go, Dave.
Hey, Jim, did you ever get my $5?
Oh, dude, I totally did. I was laughing. It made me so fucking like bust out laughing. I was so happy.
Oh, here on the Castle of Doom.
So
That's gorgeous.
Dave, that was the funniest shit I
How
ever.
many of those do you have, Chris?
I have the PCB,
Yeah, all right.
and now I'm working on making a semi-dedicated conversion Nintendo
All
cabinet.
right.
I haven't even heard
All
of
right.
Dave,
that.
I was actually telling Carrie about that. So guys, I
rough
sent
game.
Dave. So at Grinkers, I was drunk. I randomly told Dave, I'm like, dude, do you have a Blu-ray player? Because I've
Did you get
got
these from Tiggy?
I've
No.
got 2.
So those two go
Oh,
together.
That is fucking
The
awesome.
car key and the control panel overlay for
I
that.
remember that game. Was it?
I've never seen these available
It's
anywhere,
really weird.
and got it off a guy on KLV.
And you're gonna put those on your MAME cabinet, right?
Right? Yep.
Okay.
And then I have this circuit board for the Special Forces. That game, it's really hard though.
Is it a cool game?
Special Forces. I honestly only played it for like a half hour. I was like, I don't know about this one, but I have the PCB, so I don't know. So here's the
Oh,
Well, yeah.
overlay and the
Nintendo overlay.
there it's
Are these kit games?
yes,
Kit
so
games
they're
for
designed to be
Nintendo
kit
cabinets.
games for Nintendo conversions,
Hear me.
Oh boy, I was
Which-
spaced out on that one.
which are they're basically ROM swaps on either DK or DK Junior boards.
From what I know, it's only DK boards.
But,
Is it?
Dave? I've been meaning to send you back your like $2.40 that you overpaid me.
But that was shipping. That was shipping and handling costs.
Okay. So I sent Dave my duplicate Blu-ray of Pee-wee's Big Adventure because I told him because I had a duplicate of it that I got by mistake for like Christmas one year, and I just hung on to it. And at Grinkers, I'm like, I was drunk. I come up to Dave. Dave, I've got an extra copy of Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Do you have a Blu-ray player? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I'll send that shit to you. And I completely like kind of forgot about it. Then Dave PMs me on Clive. He's like, hey, so that Blu-ray of Pee-wee, and I'm like, oh yeah. So I sent it out to him, and he's like, let me know what I owe you. And shipping was like $2.60, and so I PM'd him. It was like $2.65 or whatever. And
Better gift me that, you son of a bitch.
yeah, and and so
PayPal
I was like, it was kind of like, haha, it's like $2.60. Don't worry about it. So like a week later, I get a little envelope in the mail. I'm like, oh, it's from Dave. I open it up. There's a $5 bill in there.
What? To cover shipping?
Yeah, but the big payoff was when Dave texted me and he's like, dude, the whole family's watching Pee-wee. I'm like,
They were.
He's already paid you in hot dogs. Shut the fuck up.
I haven't had any of his hot dogs.
Oh, you missed
To be
out
fair-
on them, huh?
Yeah.
You've not
Whole
had a
time.
single one of those Dave hot dogs?
Oh,
They were
man.
good at Drinkers.
Yeah, they were way better at Grinkers.
All right.
They're
No,
really
see, I
good.
didn't-
2017 hot
I didn't
dogs.
get the Grinkers till after that. And then at
You were in the
Brofest,
eyes.
I was playing
you were in
eyes.
zone at that time.
Oh, maybe.
I
Yeah.
think you were.
I know
Yeah,
I
it was that
was
night.
playing eyes at Brofest. Yeah.
No. Well, yeah, it was eyes both times that fucked you. Because
The eyes
it
fucked
was
me.
when you were playing eyes.
No more.
I think Sam was at the bar the whole night.
Yeah. My next
I think he
endeavor will
missed
be
out on the hot
Arkanoid.
dog.
That's going to prevent me from
get a hot dog.
eating hot dogs again. It'll be Arkanoid. Although Arkanoid doesn't last as long as Eyes.
We can do Denver hot dogs. The same.
Yeah.
That's right.
Does Isla have
Denver
Arkanoid
wieners.
games?
I'm not bringing the crock pot all the way from up here.
I have a crock pot.
Yeah, Arkanoid, I would love to have that in a tournament, but there's too many variables that could prolong it from
So we
being
gotta
a
ask-
short game.
We gotta ask Zyla, is she open to a hot dog bar and
I
a,
can bring
and a beer
hot
garden?
dogs. We never played that.
Zyla, do you like hot dogs, Zyla?
Yeah.
She'd
Do
be
you
all
like the
offended.
wieners?
I'm offended you called a hot dog
And
event.
she would be no.
Yeah.
She does not like wieners.
You better serve tacos.
Fish tacos or the shit's off.
Oh my god. That was a
sorry.
good one, Mock.
Sorry, Zyla. It's the,
Come on,
I
you
the
can't help
vodka and the beer.
You're on par tonight, Mock.
No, the hot dog.
Oh my God, I love how red.
I know. Mock's face is like
Red, so red.
so
It's
red.
awesome.
It's like Jim's drink.
Yeah, Mock
like a
is on
thermometer.
fire. Shuffling.
Hold on, let me adjust the red level on my screen.
Yeah. Do not adjust your monitors.
He's got a pinkish
$5.
Mock, you have a pinkish hue.
Buy a
was
bullet
funny,
and rent
though.
a gun.
That was funny. Yeah, no.
Buffett, talk about this Arkanoid version.
You talk
Bart,
about
how much more longer do you have to wait before you can come
Is
to
it-
order?
So Buffett, is the boss like
2017.
is the boss like invisible in your version of Arkanoid?
No, the boss is the same, but all the levels are different.
What version of Arkanoid is this?
My version, I designed all the levels in it.
Huh? How'd you do
What?
that?
It has
Yeah.
a level editor, doesn't it?
Wait, you don't know about that? I remember seeing the thread on that. Buffett
Yeah.
and who
Matt
else we
Osborne.
were- Who was it?
Matt Osborne.
Yeah.
What hardware is it based off of?
It's running OEM hardware.
Yeah, but what version of Arkanoid hardware? Because they're not all the,
first
same.
one, first Arkanoid.
Oh,
Whiteboard.
okay.
Yeah, whiteboard.
With the terrible sound.
Hey, works for me. But yeah,
I would
It's
love to play it.
all new levels. I'll bring it if you guys have me out there. Get me out there. I'll bring it with me.
Well, yeah, but you got to drive.
You gotta get on that.
Fly
You gotta get on that bus with Damien.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But that'll be like $35. I don't know if you can afford that.
I would
One
never
le-
ride a stinky bus.
Half the eggs and one less steak, and you got it in the bag, Buffett.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we'd love to have you, but I don't know, $35 for a train or bus
Oh,
ticket.
Can we Kickstarter that? Is that
I don't know.
would be
Can
like
we do that?
$1.50 a person? I don't know.
Well, that'd be like $2 a person.
Oof, that's beyond my budget.
I'm sure it is.
Come on, Buffett.
What?
You never come out to any of these events.
They're so far away from me. I
Get
can't.
get MagFest to flip the bill. Say you're investigating other shows.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to get 8 of us out to MagFest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun for sure. It's right at the beginning of the year, though, right? Like in 3 or 4 weeks.
It's the 3rd through the 5th.
Yeah.
So, yeah, which is not, it's not undoable for any of you guys. To get out.
We'll get me and Kaylin will do a head-to-head Eyes tournament at MagFest and for the documentary.
Oh,
Okay,
there you go.
I got a dedicated cab. Come on out.
Yep, the eyes have it.
Just make sure
We'll call
you
that.
screw the PCB in.
That's right. Don't shake the cabinet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all good. It's there. It's all.
Did I hear that the Tim McVeigh guy is opening an arcade?
I don't know.
Like a Twin Galaxies arcade. It's
Oh, Tim McVeigh. That guy never answered my post when he was talking about how great not just Nibbler, but he's like, I like Eyes too. And I'm like, what's your best score on Eyes? And he never responded. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, Mike, you heard that Broken Token.
There
didn't
is
you?
a
16,000.
there is a
and the default highest score is like 22,000.
Sorry.
Dave. What did you say?
Gak, you heard that on Broken Token they
That
talked
could have
about
been
that.
where I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I tried to Google that. There was no information about new arcade opening or anything. Like I thought maybe there'd be some press on it. I was curious too.
Yeah, there is. Here it is right here.
You got something? Because when I looked, when I heard like
Because
the next
on
day,
Facebook they were doing live.
Yeah,
they were doing live
that's
videos.
also where I saw it. That's right. They
Oh,
had
Dave.
like shirts or stickers or something there on a table.
Dave,
I
you'd be
don't know if
excited
the
to
link I
know.
just put in there is the same thing or not. I'm not sure.
Dave, I discovered something about Marble Madness in level 4 that made me really happy yesterday. How to get past the end. It made me feel really silly and stupid. It was like an accident. But the little things that come out of the ground,
the green things,
that I always have problems with. They look like little pipes that come out at the very end.
That shake. Yeah, that you got to time.
And they're all random. Like the
yeah.
I just felt stupid. I was panicky, and all of a sudden I'm like, I got around them. I'm like, what the fuck? The path is 2 blocks wide, right?
Mm-hmm.
They only come out on the lower half, so you can actually, if you're very particular with where you maneuver the marble, you can go around them on the second set of blocks. So you can bypass all of them if your precision is spot on, without running into them at all. Like
Is there a pattern though how they do it? Like if there's 4 on the left side, then 4 on the right side, then
it's random. So there's like I've seen 4 different patterns now. Last night I saw another random one pattern for how they come out of the blocks. So, but if you're very good, like very precise with how you're maneuvering the trackball, you can go on that second row of blocks and just get past all of them.
You can go right by
that by
you
mistake.
the edge of falling.
Yep, because they kind of do this thing. So you have to, if you just hug the edge, you can get past all of them. And it blew my mind. I'm like, if I can do this consistently, get good enough where I can do that consistently, I'll never have a problem with that. And that will give me like 20 seconds at least for the 5th stage, which means I should be able to, in theory, be in like maybe a month, if I played enough, be able to get to the 6th stage like consistently. Because right now what's happening is that I'm barely making it past the 4th stage because of that. And that's my hang up. And so when I get to the 5th, I have like no time. And I can never and the 5th stage is actually pretty short. It's awkward because everything's reversed. So that blew my mind. I decided to play 1 game of Marble Madness yesterday, and that happened by mistake. I'm like, what?
Nice.
And then I discovered a bunch of new shit with Arkanoid that kind of blew my mind too. Not really blew my mind, but was like, oh, by the way, Andrew, I got your bezel on there, and it looks fantastic. I had to trim it just ever so slightly to fit, and it's awesome. It looks fantastic. It turned out it's great. I double-sided taped it along the edges where the glass goes over, and I got my.
Are we a view of that? Is that what's going on behind you?
Oh no, I've been playing a shit ton. I was playing before the show. I've been playing a lot of Arkanoid, and I have it. That's the only game that I have that's on a different outlet. But so I can just power that one game up because I play that so much. I missed that game. But I discovered a few things with it. Well, actually, I started documenting my route that I take with the levels as I've been playing, so I can remember which is the best route to go to avoid certain levels that are ridiculously difficult. But then I discovered 2 things. One, that if you get one of the mega capsules that kind of puts everything on steroids, if you get, the super laser or the one that splits the ball like 3 different times, if you get that just once, whatever it is, whether it's the laser, it's the ball splitting, it's the mega ball, and you change power-ups, but then you get like the lower level of that power up. It'll go back to the mega one. So you contain that. I don't know how to describe this. It's not. I'm not conveying this very well. But say like I get the super laser, and it's just like a solid shot of laser. And then I get a different capsule, so it changes from that one. If I get the regular laser power up again, it'll revert back to that crazy one. So you can retain that power up, so to speak. It's not a very big deal, but it makes a difference in your game if you play this game a lot. The other thing I discovered is kind of not really something new, but it was more kind of this is a way to get a lot more points. If you get the little R black capsule, it's the reduction one. It makes your Voss actually really tiny, very difficult. Makes everything harder, obviously, because you're tinier, but you get twice as many points.
Story of my life.
Tinier and harder.
Yeah.
Tinier and harder. But the benefit to that is that you get twice as many points when you're that size. So
which doesn't happen in real life.
So one tactic.
Yeah. We're just mocked, aren't we?
It's how.
I am.
No pun intended. No.
Nicely done.
So if you get like one of these big power ups that gives you like there's like 100. Fuck, how do I make this not dirty? I can't do it.
You just go for it. Just go with it. Make it as dirty as hell.
If you get so many of the, if you get the flashy capsule that gives you this huge power up, many of them, there's like 2 or 3 different ones where it just turns into a ton of balls like all over the place, right? But they don't respawn or anything. So if you get one of those, especially on levels where they might be contained up in like the bricks might hold them in, get the reduction Voss, because they're not gonna respawn, and you're getting twice as many points now for everything that every one of those balls is hitting. So your points go way up, and I never thought of that before. So I've started doing that now. It's a really good technique to get a ton of points really quick. So that was another technique I came up with, and now I'm finally like, I've gotten used to the little more sensitive trackball. And by the way, Andrew, yours, like I rebuilt that one and a little bit of the tri-flow after the metal rescue and just scrubbing everything with a degreaser.
Yeah.
And that thing is quiet as a mouse. It's so perfect. And I did the same thing with my old one. My old one that has the 2 gears, same thing. And that still blows my mind. I've never come across another one like that. I almost want to make a post on Cloth and be like, have you guys seen this? There's 2 different spinner types. So
you should, because they could document that there. The 2 spinners that you've got and the one up at Grinkers, that would be really interesting to find out what the difference is.
I really want to see the gears and everything on that one. I'm starting to be convinced.
They just have like 1 gear.
Yeah. I mean, the spinner at Grinkers is the exact same as both of ours.
Yeah. The same purple top.
But,
yeah,
but I would like to see
the original Tato ones. These are all original Tato spinners.
Right. And so I'm putting my money on, they've got an original assembly, probably like this, like yours, like this one.
Yeah.
But I bet that it's got a different optic board. That's where that's my theory. That's my hypothesis. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, because they wouldn't be able to use a spinner like that if it was a third party. Because I've seen the third party ones and they look way different.
Yeah.
Fuck, this is nerdy for how much.
No, it totally is. But the one that I sent you was definitely part of the kit.
Yes.
That was definitely 100%
and it's the
Narconoid
same exact op.
Yep.
No, and every Google image I've come up with looks like that. I can't find one that looks like my old one with the 2 gears. But But no, I'm getting used to that one, and actually I think that is perfect because it's in between mine and the one at Grinkers. Like the two extremes. The one you sent me, it's in between because the one at Grinkers, it'd be like Grink. Well, you played the one at Grinkers, so it was like 30, maybe.
No, you couldn't
30
touch
degrees.
it. It was like
this is me playing at Grinkers.
Yeah. It's like 15 degrees of that little knob, and it's the whole fucking screen.
And what's crazy to me is that I was getting used to that at Grinkers. I had one of my best games on that after I played like umpteen games, but I mean, my average game now, like right now, averages about 30 minutes on this one. I've come up with a couple of new strategies for a couple of levels. The 600,000 point game I had yesterday was from I was able to get my big scoring. You know the round I showed you at Grinkers, where if you get them stuck at the top, yeah. But anyways, I'm so close to beating the game though, because I've gotten to like I think what's my 24? I think is the furthest I've been in, and there's 30 levels.
It's pretty close.
But I get to a certain point where I forget. Should I go left or right for the best level? And that's why I've started writing them down or documenting which route I should go.
Because
they'll show you at the
boring.
beginning. When you get to the next, when you get to each round, it says which round you're on. It says a number. Oh, I'm sorry, Brad.
Dude, you got details.
Let's talk about your 12 quantums that you picked up.
It was only 7. Come on.
All right, I'm done talking Arkanoid. I love that game.
I was just joking. I was trying to get Gat to react.
We need to get some gameplay of you playing Arkanoid, Jim.
Yeah. Arkanoid, The Revenge of Doheny.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
What was
How about Machanoid, Return of Devo Hat?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, maybe I'll do that one of these nights. Maybe next week I'll set up the webcam or set up my cam mount because it's not nearly as far as eyes used to be at my old place. It'd be fun. You guys could just like mute me and just talk about whatever and pretend that be like, oh, okay, good, we got Jim preoccupied. No sound effects, thank God.
Who's the fuck's Canada?
Fucking Canada.
Canada?
Wait, Mock, you know who that is?
Canada?
Yeah, that's a
dude. You know
the
Canada.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bed sheet.
Yeah.
Oh,
with
okay.
the main pedestal.
That was like years ago. I've forgotten all about him.
It's been a couple of years, but he's still on Clav, and
is he still there?
And then he gets booted because he comes out as being who he is, and then he comes back
out of there.
And then he went on Pinside. He was like a little rock star there for about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Before he got banned from there.
Is Clav still a paid now? You have to pay to register.
Oh yeah,
or
but the man has a Corvette with 15 taillights. I mean, the dude's
I understand that. I'm just trying to
come from money or something.
No, but he's got money.
Oh wait, don't you need to be? Do you need to be like? Does someone need to vouch for you? I don't know how does it work
You can
now?
still pay to get in.
I had to pay to get in. Yeah.
How much does it cost to
like $10 or something? Yeah, it wasn't much. Yeah.
It's just a block of spam.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a donation sort of thing.
I think you can get invited by a current member, though.
You can, but I didn't know anybody. So
sponsored by someone. Yeah.
I knew no one.
I still don't know how that works, actually. I don't know.
You get nothing. You lose.
You know no one. You get nothing. Good day, sir.
Right? Yeah, that's right.
I said good day.
Hey, you're an inhuman monster.
Yeah, exactly. Raise up the child's hopes and dreams, and then
crush them.
It's like 2010, 2011, something like that, when all the spam bots started hitting Clav really hard.
You know what's so fucked on Pinside is that they don't like you posting in forums for your for California. Let's say we would post that we're selling stuff in there, and we would contact each other through that post. You know,
right? Because they want
California. So yeah, so they want you to go through their ad
because
thing.
they get paid for that.
So they get a percentage of your sale, and,
They're like eBay.
yeah, it's fucked up, man. I'm so angry with them because it was cool to be able to like, you know, just contact that person and shoot down there and get it, you know. So because they won't if you try to post pictures, they like delete them and shit like that. So they want you to go through their little marketplace.
You have to use their
bullshit.
marketplace.
Yeah, it's fucked. Yeah, so I'm kind of mad at them right now.
I don't use Pinside for that shit at all.
Yeah.
Buffett, that's awesome. I just watched the first level or whatever, and it spelled out Magefest. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Buffett's Arkanoid. He won the first.
Yeah,
he posted 2 YouTube links.
Yeah.
The first one, yeah.
Hey, Gak, what was the name of that game that you got a marquee for again?
So one of them is Special Forces. The other one is Hero in the Castle of Doom.
That's it. Hero. And I gotta see.
Yeah,
what
that's
it looks like.
the Donkey Kong thing. I would actually like that game.
I gotta see what it looks like.
I played it one night on here on the Hangout on my DK cab.
Yeah, it's actually not very good.
No,
Now you need to get Herbie at the Olympics there, Gak.
I have that marquee. I do not have the game. I have a Hunchback marquee and a control panel. And I just need to work on getting the board set together.
Yeah, I've got 2, 3, 4 of those games for the DK.
Hunchback?
No, I've got 8 Ball Deluxe or 8 Ball or whatever it is.
Yep. Yeah.
I got that. Herbie at the Olympics. I've
got. I remember this game.
Kung Fu Special Forces.
Yep, I got that one.
I've got the one with the racing and the steering wheel. Street Heat.
Oh, Street Heat, yeah. And I have Super Bike.
Yeah. I got Super Bike. Yep, I got that one too.
Yeah, I have the control panel marquee for that too.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't have all the control panels and marquees, but I got the boards.
Right.
So
I kind of want to do that for CAX next year, is to bring, because I have.
That'd be an awesome Nintendo row of just different versions.
That's what
it's
I
like
want.
The oddball conversions of them, right?
Yeah, that's what I'd love to do. I don't know what. I wish I had a list of all the conversions to look for, but I don't. So
I'm up to 5 Nintendo cabinets again now, so
Sweet.
probably 4 of them I'll turn into conversions for
Well,
CAX.
Chris, we need to talk offline.
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
This game looks horrible.
I may have something else to add to that collection.
Oh, okay.
Look at beach balls chase you around.
Yeah, pretty much. That game is a bitch, man. I can last maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most.
Very odd.
I got to the very last level. The last level, there's these like lion heads or something.
Yeah.
I've gotten to that level like twice, I think. In the low 200,000 point range.
Congratulations, it's a beer.
Oh, yes, from Dave.
Yeah.
His text. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Do you guys ever turn off Slack so you can get some work done?
I know, right?
All the time, dude. All the time.
I've been so busy at work like the last 2 weeks. I'm like, I gotta shut this shit off.
Yeah, I had to change the settings so it didn't.
As soon as Griffin starts like blowing up Slack, it has to be a snooze for me. Usually for like 2 hours. It starts out with Griffin. The four big people: Griffin, Orange Whip, Gak, and Mock. You guys blow up.
I have nothing else to do all fucking day, so.
So as soon as like my thing starts going ding ding ding, and I'm like, oh shit, like one, okay. And all of a sudden 1, 2, all right. All of a sudden, boom, ding 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 ding. I'm like,
ding 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 ding.
Well, it was like Griffin woke up this morning just waiting to do it. He's like, "Good morning."
Right.
Good morning, fellows.
That fucking kangaroo punch thing fucking fucked me up.
That was hilarious,
dude. No, because like I was thinking about that. It's like that kangaroo is like holding that dog, and the guy just like walks up to him. He's like, "What's up?" The kangaroo is like, "Let's go." The dog, and he's like, "Pop!" And he just knocks him in the fucking face. And I was like, "Oh my god." That dude just punched a fucking kangaroo.
Yeah. No, I have to like there are certainly times where it's like, okay, I gotta be involved, like I'm at I have got a break or whatever.
Yeah.
But then there are times where it's like, oh my god, do any of you guys have jobs? Like what the
I know.
Right?
I'm convinced Griffin has nothing to do all day.
I can guarantee you that any of my posts on Slack between 6-ish a.m. and about 3 p.m. when I respond, I'm most likely on the crapper at work.
I was gonna say it's a bathroom break.
Good to know. It's
I'll
great
remember
visual
that,
imagery
Steve, and
there.
I'll be like, how's it coming out?
Exactly.
How's the poop?
Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah.
If only I could post sound effects.
Yeah, that's
It's
next.
too much work though. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I've been so swamped at work on this huge video project. I'm like, I just gotta like, I go into the
I know what you're
settings and
paying.
completely turn it off. Yeah, I don't.
I'm
even
working.
use
I
it.
have to do that because I'm working on. Aside from all the regular attorney requests and trials and things that are going on right now, which is actually way busier than I remember last year. Like
Yeah.
normally this is when things like tone down, but I've been getting like it hasn't let up at all. And then on top of that, I have to do we do this year-end video, or I do this year-end video. It's obviously
one of those happy little holiday videos for the company.
Pretty much, it's an
Yeah.
internal thing. But last year I had been working there for maybe 2 weeks, and like, hey, we do this thing, and we would like you to take over because you're our video expert or whatever. And I looked at and the previous year's video was just someone walking around with a little handy cam. So I'm like, oh, I could do anything and be better than this. But then me being like a perfectionist, I made something crazy in the short amount of time, put in
something awesome.
all this overtime and comp hours to make something nice. And then I have a tendency to always want to one-up myself. I need to make something better than I did before. And so I've got that going on now. And so like I've for the last month, and then the next like 2 weeks, because on the 16th is when the annual meeting is where they show this video. And so I've been working from home 2 days a week. Next week I'll probably be working home a couple more days just so I can get shit done, because I can't do it at work for two reasons. One, my computer sucks ass. My workstation at home is designed for video editing. My work computer is not.
Oh.
And then I would get disrupted way too many times there. I mean, it's bad enough when I'm at home, but at least I don't have someone like people approaching me all day.
Yeah.
So I've got that. So I feel your pain. Like I've got that going on, and it's very demanding. I mean, I have a tendency, like if I feel like I'm ahead of schedule, to put more work on me. Like I'm like, oh, I can do this better, or I can spice this up, or we could shoot this. This would be funny. So I'm almost done, but yeah, I mean, I basically have like a week and a half.
That's the thing. If you do something that is awesome, then they expect it, and they expect it every year.
They expect it. They expect it at least the same,
or better.
And the same or better, but with less hours. It's like, no, I need at least 2 more full days. You don't understand. Like this video may only be 10 to 15 minutes long, but I'm putting in probably 10 hours per minute of edited footage. You know, like.
So we used to take pictures of all the employees, and I would be the one that would edit this whole thing together of all the employees. Just it's a montage with music.
Yep.
Going on, and you can't. You got to be PC in this world. You can't have anything with lyrics, because if you say anything that says Christmas, it's like, oh, well, that guy's a Jew, so that's offensive. So you got to just use music that's like
and just select royalty-free music.
Royalty-free music,
and that can take hours just to find the right music.
Thank God,
like,
Google, YouTube has like some music you can use and stuff too, which is cool. But anyway, so every year I would be the one that would put together this holiday video for my work. But that was back when we had 1,000, 2,000 employees. Now we have over 7,000 employees.
Oh my gosh!
I was making this music video. It would take me weeks to compile this thing with all these, and these are employee shots where they're in groups, right? Well, it got to the point where the video was ending up being like a half hour long of just people and people and people and people, and the one of the main guys, I won't say his name, but he's like, "Can you make this shorter?" It's like, okay. So I make it like 50. He goes, "Make it like half as long." So then you got these quick zoom in shots and quick shots. Everything's like fast, and you can't like really see anybody in the group photos. It's because that's what you have to do. You have to speed up the zoom ins and zoom outs,
or eliminate them entirely, and then you've just got static shots.
Show everybody,
like, well, that's not that fun.
Show everybody from every department. So then he watches it. He's like, "This is too fast. Can you put it back the way it was?" You know, it's like, "Oh
fuck you." Yeah.
So thank God I have enough seniority where they've given that project to somebody else, and now I can do something else instead.
Well,
but yeah, when you know you're good at something, then you end up having to do it forever. You know, that's how it kind of works.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, so, I just keep the benefit I have is that my position is new. Well, relatively new, a year old, but it's unique. They've never. So they hired me into this brand new position, and so 99% of people don't know what's involved with stuff, so they take my word for it. And so when I say, well, I'm going to need X amount of hours, okay, or you don't get a year-end video. All right, I'm going to need either I need to work from home, or you're going to have to pay me overtime or comp time so I can work extra hours. So that's kind of, I do have that power play, so to speak, which is nice. But you know, last year I'm totally with you, Mock. One of the segments of this year-end video, there's two segments that they did that are a consistency that I carried over. One is statistics, which is, you know, trials one, you know, all these statistics with trials and court cases and all this stuff, which is boring. So I have to make that a little bit interesting. So it's all animations with titles.
Carrie doesn't find it boring.
Well, no, it could be. Although honestly, the way it should be broken up is whether trials one, whether you're the defendant or whether you're the plaintiff.
And that's in there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because that's much more meaningful than just trials one overall.
Yep.
I mean, you know, if you should win a lot if you're the independent plaintiff.
Yeah.
And then
it's always funny because it's always you see the criminal statistics, which the numbers are way higher because there's so many more criminal cases than civil cases. And then you see the civil stuff, and it's like 2 trials, and we won both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, how do I make that exciting? But then,
put in the money amounts. Money.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of animated dollars falling down. No, but so then I've got there's statistics, and then they like to highlight the new employees that they've hired for the year. So on average, like last year there were like 5 or 6, myself included. This year there were 7, and last year it was just basically a little photo montage, like you were talking about, Mock, and with their titles above their names. And I made it, you know, it was cute, you know, just a little montage thing. And then this year, me being me, I'm like, oh, I have more time now, because I told them I want to start doing this in September, early October, to start shooting and all this stuff. I got in my head, let's do something more elaborate, and let's do like a parody of like a late 80s, early 90s sitcom TV intro with the new employees, as if they're like actors on a show, right? So I went and I decided to do the night court theme. And so I went through and I found, and instead of like the courthouse, I used City Hall, which is where I work. And I did the whole, like, for each of the 7 employees that were hired, I had them doing something, and they would turn to the camera and it'd be a freeze frame.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it gonna freeze?
Yeah. and it turned, I spent a good chunk of time on it, but it turned out really good. Like, I had them doing, like, one of the investigators who used to be in the Secret Service, he's got a buzzed head, and I had him in his cubicle looking at, like, fixing his hair, like no hair, in a mirror. And all of a sudden he sees a camera. He's like, oh, you know, and then a freeze frame on him.
And then it says his name at the bottom or whatever.
His name, yeah.
That's
so
cool.
I recreated all the shot for shot, the whole night court thing with it starts out with a skyline. Then you see like a subway, which in our case is a light rail. I tried to recreate everything, and even with the whole, like, the courthouse has this like had like Sky replaced the background with a starry lit background, so I did the same thing with City Hall. So it's like very, very close to that, and I use the night court theme since it's just an internal video. We're not putting this out.
Who cares? Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can do anything you want. Yeah.
Right.
That's
So I've
awesome.
been spending a shit ton more time. Everyone's always got a skit. They're like, this would be fun to do, and none of them have any idea of the amount of time, even in a 1 minute skit. Like what is
what's
actually involved. So I'm just like, and I'm thinking, oh fuck, they're not going to come up with a script or an outline. I'm going to have to draft something up. I'm one man fucking show, and I fucking hate that and love it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a love-hate relationship.
You're the man. Yeah. How about then you have to do re-edits? Like we had a thing where you had everyone's picture in a tree, and the camera would just kind of go down it, and then somebody would say, "Hey, I'm lower than that guy. I'm a higher rank. I should be up there on the tree, and he should be down there."
Yeah.
So you gotta deal with all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, and so the director of the city attorney's office, her name's Susan. She's ultimately the one that has a say in the matter. And last year she wasn't in the video. This year she is. I decided to do this little segment. So last year the main part of the video was kind of like sharing stories throughout the year. It's like this little talking heads thing where people are talking about like why they like working at city attorney's office. It was very corporate video-y, and it was kind of boring. It was a soft story. Everyone's talking about the great experience that they have. And then this year I'm like, you know what? We're not trying to sell. This isn't a corporate video. We're not trying to sell each other or sell the city attorney's office to anyone else. It's just an internal video. Let's have fun with it. So I decided let's do like kind of an interview process with people, but let's ask them questions that have absolutely nothing to do with work. They're just stupid, silly questions like for example, why is a tennis ball fuzzy? Or where's the worst place to get stuck? Or like random questions. So she was a part of that, and I edited it very much like VH1's I Love the 80s.
Yeah.
So I've got all kinds of animation stuff when people are talking about whatever. So it's a longer video. But anyways, what I was getting to is that Susan is she ultimately has a say. And last year, the first cut of the video was 15 minutes long, and she most of it got. Or 5 minutes of it got cut. So it cut down to 10 minutes. And most of it was because of this one segment, the victim witness assistants, VWAs. They wanted to do this thing where it was a spoof. It was a parody of mean tweets. What SNL or whatever, where their celebrities are talking or
they read them,
reading their worst tweets. I recreated the title slate for that. And then we did this thing where you see the piece of the paper comes up instead of the bubble, and it's as they're reading them, they're on a green screen and they're reading these quotes from victims and witnesses that they've had, which were hilarious. They're saying these weird, these are real quotes, and it was really funny. Susan wanted to cut half of them, and I'm like, fuck. That takes out like half the humor. There were so many good things that were cut
because she doesn't find it funny.
Yeah,
that's one of the things.
So I'm hoping she doesn't cut. I'm hoping she doesn't cut as much this year because it's really fucking hilarious.
You might want to, because I have that kind of thing too. What I do is I tell them, okay, yeah, you might not like it, but just show it to a couple people. Just to get a second opinion. Yeah, because they don't have the same sense of humor. Everybody has a different sense of humor. So you got to get a couple different cooks in the kitchen because they'll be like, and the other she'll be like, oh, you found that funny? Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll keep that in. So you got to.
And so that's a good idea. And then on top of that, my power play is that she's in the main segment for a lot of these silly questions. She's involved, and so I think
she
that
might
helps.
not find it funny. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, she'll be invested in seeing herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think she's learned after last year's video. She's learned that holy shit, I know my shit, and everyone loves it. So I think I've definitely earned that trust and respect too. Just because it is a one and only position, and they can't not to pat myself on the back. they can't live without me there. I don't know how they did before I was there. Especially now with the body cam stuff. The body cams are blowing up, like they're exploding.
Are you talking about with officers that have body cams? Is that what you're talking about?
Evidence that's coming in. That's all because the 3 of the 5 precincts in Minneapolis now are equipped with body cams.
Yeah, what's up with certain officers turning that shit off too at certain moments? That's kind of interesting, you know.
Yeah, but I've started to have to redact some of those, and it's a big ass process. Like it is so involved because, for instance, the first video I had involved the defendant was being escorted into this hospital. He was drunk, you know. And so other than the officer that was escorting him and the defendant, everyone else needed to be redacted, censored out. And it's a fucking hospital. I had to redact. It's only a 6-minute video. I had to redact like 30 faces, frame by frame. It was a pain in the fucking ass.
Yeah.
I mean, they have some places, some precincts have really fancy software that has good algorithms for identifying faces, and you just point and click. But no, we don't have that. So it's all Adobe After Effects for me.
Yeah, you got to go in and do mosaics on everybody's faces.
Yeah, I was using just a Gaussian blur on most.
Oh, stuff. Really? Oh, okay.
Because it renders faster.
You can pixelate the, you know.
However, you can do black bars if you wanted, but it's the same shit. And you can't really motion track it because it's so fast. It's a body camera. Like you can't. Yeah,
it's a pain in the ass.
It really is.
It is. I've had to do that.
Yeah,
we have to block out people's faces because people don't want to be identified that work at certain areas. So we have to block out tattoos or people's faces because all that stuff is identifiable to that.
Oh, it's funny. I get attorneys that come in and they're like, so for these body cams, are you able to like blur out people's faces? I'm like, yeah. And then they ask me, so how much time is it going to take? I'm like, there's about 800 variables involved. How do I explain this? How long is the video? How many faces are there? How fast is the camera going? And so I start giving them numbers in hours, and their eyes just get big. I'm like, well, yeah.
I tell people it's about for every second, it's about an hour. That's what I tell people.
Yeah, that's pretty safe, I would say. Yeah.
To be on the safe side,
I explained to them, okay, there's 30 frames roughly in a second of video, and I have to go one frame at a time and blur or whatever, censor that stuff out.
And then you gotta motion track all that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, we're boring everybody. Everyone's leaving.
Boring. Oh, that's right. It's not just me and Mock in this room. Shit.
We're all shop talking it.
Where's Dave? Oh,
so I had a quick question for Orange.
Yo,
have you checked the download numbers in a while for your iTunes, whatever the iTunes or whatever it is for the audio version of this show? I was just wondering if anybody's downloading this thing.
I have not, but I can do it now. What are your guesses? We've got.
But just like pick a show. Can you do it by
like
per
the YouTube
show?
things maybe have a couple hundred views.
Yeah, those only have like 200. I was just wondering what the iTunes one was.
I can do it per show.
What's like the average-ish, I guess?
Well, I can calculate it out.
Or you could just pick a couple shows and just tell me what they are.
The last one was 140. The one for that. The one for that. I mean, I did a whole bunch in a row there, so they're gonna have numbers, right?
You did a whole bunch.
Yeah, so I'll skip by those ones. They're all like 120-ish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a little less than YouTube, I guess, then.
Well, the one that's vaginas are way cool with Andrew on it has 163.
Yeah.
All right. Clickbait, right?
That's I was gonna say we have to be creative with these names,
The what's inside the fridge one is 160.
Like, you gotta name this show something like that people click on, like vaginas are warm or something.
I'll put something about Mock said something about where was it? Something pink
tacos.
Pink tacos. Mock wants pink tacos or something.
Yeah, wieners versus fish tacos.
Fish tacos. Man.
Yeah.
Tacos over hot dogs.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool if we had like a little like a hot dog bar and like an area to have beer, because Isla doesn't want people drinking in her bar. I mean,
there can be no official drinking at Hyperspace whatsoever.
Unless she shut it down for us, which wouldn't happen.
No,
so.
That's a private party kind of thing. So no, it has to be totally public. So
unless we have a little, like I said, a little beer garden area or drink in the parking lot or something. I don't know. How big is their parking lot over there? Is it in a big lot?
She's got a pretty good sized lot.
Yeah. Do they have a security guard that walks around and goes, "Hey, what are you doing there?"
Hey, any one of those?
Yeah. I'm bored.
Yeah, totally. I think that would be the security guard life.
That is quite inventive, Andrew.
Right.
Oh, wow.
I like that it has FW
Wow.
in the actual link.
Wow.
Always that's like the suspended upside down thing we were talking about earlier. See,
Holy
Griff should be
moly,
here again.
That's a real thing.
It took a while though.
Mock, what, you never tried that, Mock?
No, I haven't tried that yet.
Something tells me she gets around.
I think the blood runs to
my she spins me right round, baby, right round.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a record, baby, right
round. Yeah.
If I do that, I think the blood rushed to my head.
All right.
Nicely done.
So
wait, what?
Mock.
You'd be doing that, Mock?
January 2017. Steve's going to be sponsoring the
upside down swing.
Yeah. She does look at tats, but she needs to get her roots done. That just looks nasty.
This is like
haphazard
tattoo.
Yeah. The carpet matches the bottom of
It's hard to stop looking at it, though.
I know it's enticing.
It's hypnotic.
It would be a great screensaver, but ...
I'm gonna put that in hyperspin.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Wow.
It needs
memorizing.
Music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs music like that other video that always goes around. Animated GIF.
Like a merry-go-round sound.
The "You Spin Me Around" one.
You spin me
that
around.
Andrew posted last week.
Meat spin.
Meat spin.
Oh God, that one.
That one has
forgotten that.
music. What the hell is this hot dog running away from?
Not from the fish taco, I assume.
I still have not seen that movie. Who I'm sure
Sausage
ripped
Party?
us off. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
Yeah.
I gotta definitely have some gummy bears and watch that movie.
That's definitely a stay at home with a gummy bear.
Oh, now I get it. She's not grabbing the hot dog.
Is this from a commercial or?
Yeah. What kind of Wiener Schnitzel commercial is that?
She's all looking up at him. He's grabbing his hot dog.
Dude, my searches are not turning the kind of results I'd like to see tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed.
Oh, it's actually a Wiener Schnitzel commercial from the restaurant.
It is?
Well,
Yeah.
Fan created one.
I think it's fan, yeah.
Yeah.
I still love that. Oh yeah, I love that one. With the Mentos, the Fresh Maker. Remember that one? That one had sound and everything. You guys know what I'm talking about?
I know that the general theme of those, or I know generally those commercials, but
Yeah.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
Someone made a really dirty one where like this guy was going down on this girl and he was like, and then he took out the Mentos and he like put 2 inside her.
Oh God!
And then he started thinking, he's like,
yeah, that's like it's like a real commercial from like Europe or something, or Brazil or something like that, isn't it?
I don't know. It's pretty hardcore. I'm sure Andrew could find it.
Or it's like
definitely.
It's like the Skittles one when they're doing it in the Skittles.
Yes.
Oh, I've seen the Skittles one. That's pretty hardcore too.
And those are real commercials from like Europe or something.
I think they were like viral ads or something.
Yeah.
They're pretty funny. Now you're gonna make me look for the Mentos.
I know.
I think we talked about it once before. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, I forgot to tell you something, Andrew. Have you heard of the retro bit Generations console that came out? It has like 90 games on it. It has here. Let me send you a link. Okay. I don't know if you guys can. Okay, so I put a link up for the Walmart link for it. So this like cheesy game system, I don't know, probably came from China or something. They had it running at SC3 this year, so I got to play around with it.
It has 1 star.
Yeah, it's got a whole mishmash of games in it, plus like a lot of weird games that are like you've never played before. But it's got a combination of arcade, Genesis, NES, and I think Super Nintendo and some other things. But it's just a
crazy chicken on it.
What's that?
With the game list. It has Alfred Chicken. I don't know, whatever that is.
It's
Alfred
tiny.
Chicken.
I mean, if you look at
it's
the
real
picture,
small.
it's like the coax on the backside.
It's a little bigger than like a deck of cards. It's really small. But what was interesting about it?
Or your family on it too.
So I just for shits and giggles, I played Forgotten Worlds, and guess what? It has your ROM on it.
Oh, the hard ROMs.
Yeah. So it was way turned up hard. It has all the amoebas you talked about that I've never seen. Yep. It had all that weird stuff in it. So yeah, that's in that version of that thing. So I just thought that was kind of.
I still got to figure out all those
interesting.
I need to do spend some time on MAME and my own stuff and look at the 2 boards I've got and look at Xylos boards and figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, because I don't have it at MAME, so.
Interesting. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if you see the list of games. They're pretty odd. They're trying to compete with the new NES Mini that came out, So they just put this out to try to like compete, I guess.
A cheaper version.
Yeah.
And those things, actually, that's an interesting story. It's not really our theme here on this podcast, but that whole thing happened today with Urban Outfitters sending that shit for sale. So they had the NES Mini Classic and they tweeted about it, but it wasn't available via direct search on their website. So people missed on it. And then they also fucked up because they didn't have a limit on the number you can order. So all the scalpers were ordering them 25 a time, 25 per order. So they sold out within seconds because people were buying as many as they possibly could. So yeah, there's fuckers out there who right now, let's say minimal, they make $100, which is $40 over what they cost normally. They're going for $225 right now on Amazon. So that's more like 4 times what they cost, or close to 4 times what they cost. So they're $60 originally. Let's say they just make $40 per console. So $40 times 25. You do the math.
$1,000.
These fucking assholes are doing that shit. What a bunch of dicks for a bunch of realistically, it's a bunch of 40 and 30-something-year-old dudes who grew up with the NES. It's not kids who are getting gypped out of this stuff. It's It's a bunch of middle-aged guys who just want to have this thing for Christmas, and there's no way they're going to get it without their wife spending 2 to 3 times what these things should cost and what will cost next year. And that sucks. What a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's not so it's in the same realm of the make me an offer guys you guys have been bitching about on Clav and Griffin.
Oh, no, don't start that.
Horrible fucking thread shutdown.
That's like up there with mine.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so here I found the Mentos ad. It's on break. I posted a link.
All right. So,
someone can post it in the chat. I can't do it, but it's pretty funny. If you're easily offended, don't click on it.
Yeah, this one it says it's rated. It's a parody.
Yeah, it's a parody, but it's pretty funny.
Oh, I remember this.
With sound, has sound and stuff.
Oh my god.
I like that they're not the most attractive people.
She's
either.
so furry.
I love his cross on it.
Have you seen that before, Andrew?
Puntos.
Puntos.
Pussy mint. Jesus Christ.
I like that they have this little animated one that pops out and goes in.
God. Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty creative. It's like he had to talk his girlfriend into that project.
some like a halfway attractive woman. Like let's show your pussy on the internet. For this gag thing that we're totally gonna do for our student
just
film.
for a laugh.
To make no money on
to pass some UCLA fucking film school class. No big deal. It's just gonna be your hairy pussy online. Forever.
I like the very beginning of it. He's like,
like a Scooby-Doo episode. Something fishy about this.
Get it?
What are you playing there? Someone? Who's that?
Oh, it's me. I'm working.
Oh, Jim is
Jim's
setting up
playing Arcanoid.
You got the Arcanoid.
Yeah.
Trying to.
That's Seabart.
Let's see some dough.
Seabart's post. Like some super hot chick on a swing.
I'm
That's
having
like
trouble
talent.
finding
That's
the
like
right
perfect
angle.
I'm pretty sure that would never work more than once.
Yeah,
Right?
it's just a lucky shot the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not bragging, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't work every time.
No.
I swear to God, I'm not bragging.
Are we gonna watch some Revenge of Doe?
Oh, that's funny.
If I can get the shit lined up perfectly, it's tough to get.
That's actually what Seabart's girl said in this company.
I don't bump.
It's tough to get this. It's tough to get the paddle in view, like the whole screen. This is about as good as it gets for me.
Dude, because if she leans back too far, she's gonna jump out of that fucking harness so fucking fast.
Yeah. Oh, wrong hole.
Yeah.
Runt row.
Yeah.
Butt row.
Hello.
That'd be pretty shitty, though.
Oh, grown.
Get it?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Get it?
Wasn't that?
Shit,
Yeah,
it
that was
comes
pretty
out.
All right. So I'm not going to be able to get the whole bottom part of the screen and
You got most of it.
It's probably a bad time to be talking about the whole bottom.
Don't talk about the whole bottom.
Yeah. This is timing.
Because
Yeah. Yeah, no.
yours is cute.
that works. That'll work. As long as the fucking thing doesn't get bumped. All right, I'll try it from here.
That's right.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, don't bump your thing.
That thing will get you fucking bumped.
That's right. Denver. Hashtag Denver 2017.
2017.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to put my headset
All
in.
your things will get bumped.
I want to hear the music. I fucking love the music on this game. Because it's so, you have like this epic, like you're going to go save the world. And then this actual sound of the gameplay is doink, doink,
Yeah,
doink,
right?
doink. It's hysterical. Yeah. 'Cause it really is. It's like the, boom, boom. Yeah. Toink, toink, toink.
All right, so this is gonna suck. Well, maybe it's a benefit to you guys. You probably won't be able to hear me because my microphone's not gonna reach. Oh wait, never mind. You're gonna have to hear me. I thought of something.
Uh-oh. Bum, bum, bum.
Does it start with do 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 do?
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty much.
What is that a character of?
It's an owl.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I suppose it could be kind of Rorschach and we could all interpret it ourselves, but I say it's an owl.
Looks like an owl.
Yeah.
So the original Arkanoid came out in 85 or 86. If that one's out in 87, right? Revenge of Doe. Uh-oh. Who did we lose?
We lost Jimbo.
Jimbo Dini unplugged himself.
Oh. Whoops.
But he's back.
Oh.
He pulled the cord a little too far.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Jim should rotate it in the middle more. Let's see. Is Jim, can you hear it? Can you hear us? Jim.
This is not making for a good.
I know, right?
I know, right? You're looking at track
It's the end of the show. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I don't even know. Are we still going? Are we still live?
If you
Well, we
made it
can-
this far,
No, we can just end it and then we can watch privately.
Yeah, I have to say it's because this is probably less than riveting to our.
Well, we're all just being quiet because we're all waiting for him too.
Mhm.
All right, let's call it a night then.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks everybody for joining us this week.
Asta.
Make sure you check our show next week. We'll be back, and we have to talk about a Christmas episode too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We got to figure out what we're doing.
Are we gonna wear red hats again?
I don't have a poem prepared. I can't think of any poem to parody that other than "Twas the Night Before Christmas." So I'm like, oh, "Twas."
How
I've
about
already
the
done.
Grinch? The Grinch, the Make Me an Offer Grinch.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We'll call it the Griffin.
The Griffin. Oh my God.
Christmas.
Yeah.
The sourpuss.
There's great potential for that. Good job.
It'd be good. Titled "How to Rub Another Man's Rhubarb."
All right. That's all right.
All right. All right. Good night.
Bye, everyone.
See you next week.
I'm sorry you're watching